My
Jake,
tummy is
are you
full.
recording or no?
Yeah, recording now.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that you were recording. I was waiting very patiently. Okay, let's just do the intro like normal, and then we'll go from there. Hi Twitch. This is the Monster Mash. My name is Thomas. I am the Dungeon Master for this Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition campaign that we are playing. It's a heavily homebrewed version of Curse of Strahd. The campaign itself is a gothic horror themed campaign, and we do delve into some horror topics. So, quick content warning is that we there's themes of death, but that's pretty normal for D&D. But also things like psychological trauma, addiction, self-harm, a lot of child endangerment, just so much at this point. And is it over at this point? Probably not.
No.
We'll see what happens next, though. It is all improv, though, so hard to predict what's going to come up. All that out of the way, I will let my players introduce themselves.
Hello, I am Rance. I play the Goblin Blood Hunter, known as Six, also known as Noom. Fun fact about Six, in his downtime, he likes to whittle.
Blood Hunter and?
Blood Hunter and Ranger.
I like kids.
And I give acid to kids.
Yeah.
You did give acid to a kid. I'm Savannah. I play the Changeling Paladin Arx. You may see him as Ermin, maybe some other people like Todd. We'll see how the day goes. And Arx does not have a favorite color.
Does he dislike colors, or have they just not chosen?
What about?
They just haven't chosen a favorite.
Okay, that's fair.
What about what's Arxen? What's the other name?
Fickle.
Armin?
Ermin?
What does Ermin have a favorite color, or is that like your next fun fact?
I feel like Ermin
That's
would
cheating.
have green.
Green. The Arx doesn't have a
The
favorite one,
Arx
but
doesn't.
alrighty. All right. I was just curious. You know what I mean? Because you specified Arx, so I was like, oh, maybe. So cool. Hi, I'm Kobe or Tumis. I play Dane, our tiefling warlock / rogue. Got this time, homie. And fun fact about Dane is, so he's very embarrassed by it, but he's a little nubby tail that he keeps his pants hiked over it real high. So, and he's walking around shirtless with just a vest. So it's really a weird fit, but he just rolls with it.
Above or below his belly button?
Ooh,
It's like on the cusp.
Okay, so it's peeking out.
Yeah, belly button's just peeking out. He's got a top piercing. I just added that. So Dane
It's like a gerbil in a shirt pocket that's just trying to see what's going on in the world.
Yes. God, Dane.
You got a happy tail, or you just happy to see me?
Exactly.
Okay, my turn. So I am Jacob. I play the lovely alchemist artificer Cinna. Fun fact about Cinna is that she is very into space and like stars and stuff, the night sky.
that's cool. I like
It's cool. I didn't see that. That's really cool.
Hey everybody, my name's Jared. I play Katherini, the wonderful cookie maiden, / bard. Fun fact about her is when Katherini was young, she got an apprenticeship making hats, and did at one point get mercury poisoning. However, she did recover.
So that's the reason.
But as of
That's
right
what
now,
it is.
no longer grows fingernails.
Oh,
She got mercury poisoning from making hats?
Yes, it was it's a component in like making the brim of the hat.
Is it? Okay. I didn't know that.
Or it used to be, not anymore. It used to be.
She's a
Sure. Back when this campaign took place in the past of our current world.
Why do you think Mad Hatters went crazy?
Okay, I actually think I have heard that bit of lore before.
that's fucking lit.
Okay, great. So we are going to just go ahead and jump into a recap and get us up to speed. Normally, we have one of our wonderful players do the recap from the point of view of their character, but the party is currently split. So just to make sure that everything is covered, I'm basically just going to read the session notes from last session because I had no time to write in a separate recap. So you guys had gone to this coffin shop. Because you got word from Milavage that the bones of Saint Andral, which is supposed to make the church hallowed ground, was sold to the coffin shop owner Henrik von der Voort. So you guys broke into the shop, questioned him a little bit. Cinna and Arx went upstairs and found a bag that they presumed to be the bones. And as they did, a vampire rose out of one of the crates in this upstairs storage room and also eyed the bag. So in the upstairs storage room of the coffin shop, Cinna stared down the vampire in the crate. They both lunged for the bag, but Cinna was faster and managed to fire off a bolt of flames as she retreated with her prize. The vampire screamed and called forth her brothers and sisters to get the bones back and feast. 5 more vampires spawned burst from the crates around the... close behind. Six and Dane are close behind. Arx, you have this bag now. You all are running currently, and you can see behind you that the vampire that was restrained by the building has since been released and is on their way chasing after you, but is further behind Six and Dane. What do you do?
Okay, so we came in from the east,
Yep.
right?
From this
You
way.
came in from the east and started running down this road. You guys actually haven't been on this road before, but it connects the eastern gate from to the southern gate. This district of town that you haven't visited.
Okay, and is quick question, is this like cliff part right here? Oh, I'm drawing, that's why I'm not.
This right here?
Yeah, is it sloping up or sloping down?
It is sloping upwards. So towards this section of town, to your to the north on the right side of the road as you're moving west, past these sections of like farmland, you're in a very sparsely populated section of town right now. There's only a few houses. There are some fields. And to the north there, past the fields, you can see the land like rise up to the next sort of like tier of elevation. So after that, that next section there is on a little bit of a rise.
Okay. Six is gonna where's the vampire that we stole the bag from in like compared to the area that we are? Are we like all clustered, all 4 of us in the same area with that other one behind?
You guys are clustered pretty close together. Arx and the vampire are a little bit further ahead of you. They're leading to the west. You guys are only about 30 feet behind them, Six and Dane specifically. You guys are all like sort of running right now, and you can see the other vampire is running to catch up. They're about 60 feet behind you.
Okay.
So you're not necessarily stretched out because you're not terribly far apart. But you're kind of like in this string of people along this road here.
Okay. Six is gonna shout, keep going down the road, find the church. And then as he does that, he's gonna take out a bag of rip off one of his patches, and it's a bag of caltrops, and scatter it, and then take off with everyone.
Okay, so in that case, I'm going to have everyone. So since we're in the middle of this chase, I'm going to have everyone roll an athletics check, and let me go over the rules that I made for this chase that I established established last session. So the way that we're doing it is that everyone rolls an athletics check to sort of keep pace in this chase. If you have a bonus to your movement, you can roll a d8 to add on top of it. And if you do something that works to inhibit the speed of another person, say like an attack or trying to like throw something down, then you take a minus d4, I believe I said. But if it works, then the other person loses a d8 in their speed. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So what's going to happen now? What's going to happen now then is that everyone is going to roll, the 4 of you, and actually 5 of you now that there's another vampire, are going to roll athletics check. I believe Arcs and Six have d8s to add, except with you using the caltrops, Six. That removes a d8 because it's an action in order to try and
They can't take
slow the
dash.
speed of another.
Dash for me is a bonus. Does that affect?
Well, we're not doing like actions and bonus actions or whatever.
Yeah.
We're sort of
right.
we're sort of like culminating it because
Okay.
this is like I'm having this be like the length of the street here.
Yeah. All
Okay.
right, so.
So Arcs, you roll athletics plus a d8. Six and Dane just roll a normal d20. One of the vampires is going to roll a d20 minus 8, and then the other vampire is going to roll a normal d20. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, push your D8.
29.
Minus 8. Okay.
Fuck.
Sorry, did you just lift a car? Jeez.
One in the back. Okay.
I think I'm
Okay.
safe.
So Arcs surges ahead. They have the bag. The caltrops severely slowed down that vampire. So they start to fall ahead. I'm just gonna go ahead and say with those low rolls that you went ahead and used that to sort of sacrifice your own speed in order to keep the vampire from going. You did it in such a way that let Arcs surge ahead with their easy footing. So Arcs is surging ahead. The rest of you are sort of falling behind, but Arcs has the bag, and you guys are racing towards what appears to be a more populated area. You can sort of see it up ahead. In the distance, Arcs, you are able to see it first. This appears to be a sort of like market district. There are like mobile like tents and booths and various temporary shops that allow people to sort of just like bring in like food, game, whatever they
Like
get
a
from
farmer's
their
market.
farming. Essentially a farmer's market, yes. So this is going to be like a more populated area. Before you get there, that was the next leg. One more athletics check from everyone to get to the point where you're up to that farmer's market area.
I'm afraid to look.
Dane.
When I get to the farmer's market, I want to take the whistle that I have around my neck and just put it in my mouth and blow as we run through it to get people's attention.
We'll cover that.
and then-
We'll cover that in a second. Would anyone like to do
Yeah.
anything in order to inhibit the speed of any of the vampires?
I'm just gonna continue running
Um,
towards the church.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
gonna take off another patch. One of the ball bearings. Do same thing.
Hell yeah.
Because
okay.
I don't think I have anything that would really help. So
I don't either.
I'm double checking my items real quick, but I don't. Yeah, I got
Okay,
nothing.
so Six and Dane roll normal again, and Arcs you're gonna roll with an added D8. One of them is going to roll with a minus D8.
Well-
so that ball bearing definitely got to them.
That was
I'm
only a
rolling
20.
so poorly with this chase. Okay. Dane, you are starting to move. You are starting to move ahead. So now the way that it looks is that like Arcs is ahead. They are about to get into this market area. Dane is right behind them. Six, you are kind of in line with these two other vampires that are chasing them down. one of them is going to. So we're getting onto the next leg of this chase here, where you guys are about to enter the market area. As Arx is surging ahead, one of the vampires is going to turn to the woman vampire, the one that's kind of like been leading this whole thing, is going to turn to the guy and say, "This one is slowing us down. Take him out." And so as you guys are running, Arx and Dane, you guys are going to enter into the market area. I'll go ahead and do the vampires and Six first, and then I'll get to you guys up ahead. So one of the vampires is going to take a claw attack on you as you guys are running.
All right.
18 to hit.
That'll hit. Yeah.
All right. So it does 9 slashing damage, and that's going to give you a minus D8 on your roll.
Yeah. Well, I'm doing quick maths in my head. All right.
Okay.
Maths.
Buff.
All right.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do these athletic checks for the 2 vampires and for Six, and then I'll switch over to Arx and Dane real quick. So that one minus a -4 is going to not really matter. They basically took the fall there.
Yeah.
In order to slow you down. The other one, God, I cannot roll higher than a 10 on this chase scene.
I
This
know
is
how it
so
fucking feels.
upsettingly undramatic.
I have not rolled higher than a 10 either.
Well, Rance,
Okay.
you did all those maths like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I did.
Just if you have anything to insight, we got you.
Yeah.
Got this.
Okay, so Six, go ahead and roll me a strength check minus a D8.
All right. And can I use my, instead of like doing something this time, can I just dash?
Okay,
to
in
the
that
bonus?
case, it's gonna cancel out the D8, so you're literally just rolling a raw athletic check again.
Fuck. Okay.
So sorry, Rance. I didn't mean to laugh.
No, it's okay.
Okay, so you're slowed a little bit. The other female vampire is starting to run ahead. Up ahead, Arx and Dane are getting into this market area. Dane, you said you wanted to blow on your whistle. What was that about?
I just want to blow my whistle because I don't know if I might not be able to see people, and people might not be able to see us, but they'll definitely be able to hear me and my whistle. So like this action, I'll blow my whistle and run as far as I can, and the next one I'm gonna drop it and just start yelling like, "Run to the church, vampires!" You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
So that was my plan.
Okay, so what I was going to have you guys do is, as you were getting into the market, you haven't been in this part of town, and you're kind of trying to navigate which intersections to take. I was going to have Arx make a perception check in order to sort of see if they could find the path. With that, make a persuasion roll for me, Dane. Okay. 14 is going to be enough. So whenever you yell, people look. People at least look to you and see what's going on and see them running at them, and see like everything running at them, and they start to move. Because of this, Arx is going to be able to see the sort of direction that they're going in because Dane told them to run to the church.
Yeah.
Yes, because
good job
I
with-
have
good job with
no
that.
perception.
That
Give-
was
so you're-
smart. That was
I'll still
smart.
have you roll a perception check, but you can do it with advantage.
Okay. Ready?
Yep.
No.
Oh, thank God.
Nice.
Great. Okay, it looks like most people are moving. It looks like most people are moving in this direction, up this road here. So that seems to be the fastest way. And so, Arx, you basically take off into this crowd and start trying to head towards the church, while Dane is a little bit behind, still in the entrance of the market area, and Six is towards the back with the vampires. Now that you guys are in the market area, I'm going to switch back over to the alley fight there.
Hooray.
So what had just happened was Kat did her Eldritch Blast into the head of this vampire. And it looks like it did a decent amount of damage and started to tear off the flesh of this vampire's ears, but they smiled at you as the flesh started to regrow, and you can see that it has the ability to regenerate, to regenerate health to some extent. And so it is now that vampire's turn. Real quick, I want to ask a question to Cinna. Since you are in the middle of the guards right there, did you want to move? I will allow you to move your initiative down towards Kat so that you guys could work together, or would you be happy just where you are at, ahead of the other guards, sort of like in the middle there?
Let's see. Let me pull up the turn order. So it probably would be better if I let the guards go first, just from a game point standpoint, so you can keep track of what they do.
Okay.
And yeah, so me and Kat can sort of plan some stuff.
Question: was she at all intimidated when I said that I was going to be the queen of vampires?
She is just fucking insane. She kind of did she opened her mouth to like show her blood dripping fangs and like let out her tongue. It was just like, bah!
Okay, well, that's gross.
Not sure if you picked the right vampire to try and reason with.
This one's too feral to care.
He has a name.
This one's really fucking feral.
Okay.
What did you say?
Oh, I just said he has a name. Maybe
you can have names.
Yeah, everyone
and
has
still
a
be
name.
crazy.
Well, no, but you know what I mean, though. She's a named NPC.
Well, these ones have names too. This one's name is Mary. This one's name is John.
Oh, rip.
They all have names and backstories and lives that they live.
Now we
Okay.
care about them. Oh, how could you do
I
that?
have no head. I'm sorry. Okay, go ahead.
Oh no! And you had them have their bodies' heads cut off. Oh, what a darn shame. Okay. This vampire is going to turn to Cinna and try and do some claw attacks. You have Sanctuary up though, don't you?
Yes. So Wisdom save DC 15. All right.
7.
That's
Wow,
what
this
we
is
did.
gonna be great. Okay.
Sorry.
In that
Jared.
case, the claws come out, but she just stops, and she doesn't seem to understand what's happening, and she looks kind of pissed off about it. And she turns just slightly to Kat, and then she immediately just whips around and runs at this guard behind you. You can use your reaction to take an opportunity attack if you would like.
Yes, I'd like to use my reaction to cast Firebolt. I'm able to do that with the Warcaster feat. I can use an opportunity attack to cast a spell. So here it goes.
That'll hit.
Dope. And doing 12 fire damage.
Great. Okay, Jared, you had a question?
Well,
What?
do I also get an opportunity attack as well?
You do, yes. You would have to use your reaction, but you do get one since you were within melee range.
Okay, well, I don't have reaction abilities, so I guess I'll just.
No, you do.
Oh, I do? Okay, so I can use a regular.
Yeah, you can use your reaction to make an opportunity attack whenever the situation presents itself, which is right now.
Okay.
But yeah, if you had any other reactions, you couldn't use them for the rest of the turn. Is what that's about.
Okay, I wanted to make sure.
Okay, that Eldritch Blast is gonna hit.
For 9.
It's for 9. Okay. Yeah, so you guys launch spells after her as she is compelled to go and find a new target, and she is going to take 2 claw attacks on this guard here.
Oh, sorry, buddy. Oh, sorry, buddy.
Only one of them ends up hitting. The other one scratches against the armor, and digs in for 9 slashing damage on this guard. They definitely look like that was a decent amount of health, but they don't look super crippled by that yet.
Okay.
Meanwhile, it is that guard's turn next, and so they are going to pull out their short sword, and they're going to swing a couple times with their short sword at this vampire. Neither of those hit. The vampire just ducks and weaves, is incredibly fast. The next one is the guard that is by the crates here. They're going to take out their heavy crossbow and fire a round into this vampire here.
Oh
Jesus.
man,
That one
these
misses.
guards are
That one misses
worthless.
as well.
Guards suck.
They're trying. Okay, it's
How did
now
they
it's now the
become
guard in the back.
guards?
That's a fun story, isn't it? So now it's the guard that's in the very back of the alley, that had already had his crossbow prepared. They take a shot, and wow, I just cannot roll today.
Oh,
I cannot.
Okay.
It's just not happening. Not on any
Yeah.
side. No one's getting high rolls from me today. Not allies,
I
not
mean-
enemies. It's just not happening.
Part of that's nice because the enemies aren't, but part of it's not nice because the guards should be better guards.
You had enough
Very
to
true.
hit 6. So.
The last one is going to step forward. Yes, that's very true. The last one is going to step forward, and he's going to also take a couple of swings with his short sword.
There we go.
One of those is going to hit.
Yes.
So
Woo!
stabs in for 5 damage.
Oh my gosh.
All right. He's getting it.
Okay. Okay. So, Senna, that is your turn.
Okay.
These guards are looking pretty incompetent, and and the vampire is just gonna fucking wreck into them at some point.
Yep. I'll use my action as a firebolt. Pretty
Okay.
standard for me. That's sort of a one-trick pony.
That's okay. That's gonna hit.
Okay, perfect. Doing 10 fire.
10 fire damage. Great. How does your firebolt manifest? Like, how do you produce magic?
Yeah, so I used a kind of metallic rod. It's got like some buttons on it. It's like a mechanical process. You hit a button, it injects the right chemicals together and propels it forward.
So it's like a futuristic magic wand.
Yeah, something like that.
I like that.
Okay, so with that fire blast, she's looking pretty fucked up. You can see like burn marks all over her. You can see that they're definitely burning into her skin. The force damage from the Eldritch Blast, the stabs from the short swords and everything. This vampire is starting to look pretty fucked up. Kat, it's your turn.
I think Kat has like a moment in her head, and she's like, "Why did her ears regenerate, but not anything else yet? I don't understand. Does she not have? I don't know. Okay, I'll ask later. It's weird. Okay, Kat looks at her again and says, "I'm gonna burn your ears off, ma'am," and shoots out 2 more Eldritch blasts.
Still calls her ma'am.
Ma'am, madam.
It is hailing quite a bit, so I'm going to try to keep my mic off.
Okay.
Do either
Both of those are going to hit.
and 12.
Nice.
Minus 12. Okay. Okay. With that, we go back to the vampire. They are definitely looking really fucked up. Some of the wounds start to heal. You can see some of the magic blast and the fire char is starting to like close a little bit. The short sword wound that was like pierced, I guess you can't really say it's from the wrong side, but that starts to close up and starts to heal up on that end. But it doesn't look like her healing is fast enough to really help her right now. But she is going to keep she right now that she's like kind of like gotten her hands on this guard right here. She is just going to keep after this guard. She's actually going to try and just like and grapple and that's actually going to miss. She reaches a claw forward and she tries to grab onto the armor of the guard, but the guard like smashes his shield into her arm and doesn't let her grab on it, so she has to let go. But regardless, she's going to lunge forward and try and just like sink her fangs into this guard. It's just going to be a bit harder for her because she's not grappling him. But she knocks him down and she's able to bite into him.
Ouch.
She bites in and starts just like feeding on him. You see like the blood just squirts out of his neck, and she's just like greedily like crazily drinking in the blood of this guard. And you see that he stops resisting and is dead.
Poor guy.
Do you have vampire antidote? Anyone?
He's dead. Uh,
Cut his head off, please.
So now it's going to be the two guards in the back with the heavy crossbows. They yell out, "No!" because their guy just died. So they're going to shoot their heavy crossbow into the vampire. That one's going to miss.
It's 2 days.
That one's also going to miss. Regardless of their friend dying in front of them, they still just like can't do shit.
Are these
the one that
guards
was right next to him-
stormtroopers?
That was a good
No,
one,
my
Savannah.
finger is. My clicking finger is a stormtrooper.
Oh, okay. Sorry,
yeah.
I misidentified what was what.
Yeah. The guard that was standing next to the one that just went down, though, is going to keep trying to stab in with his short sword. He crit fails. Oh, gosh. Okay. Everyone can crit fail. It's a melee weapon. Roll a d20.
Oh,
This is rough.
it's so
A
rough.
6.
Okay, how many people does it take to take one vampire out?
Okay, so he's overly emotional and he's trying to just like swing wildly, but he overextends himself and basically exposes his flank, which is going to give the vampire, it's going to give Rivia advantage on her next attack because he's just in an awkward position and can't really dodge out of anything. Cinna, it is your turn.
Okay, so he's dead. So like if I cast Healing Word, he wouldn't drop up from, or he wouldn't jump up from 0 HP. He's already dead.
He is dead. He is fully dead.
Okay. Then yeah, I
Emptied
will.
like a ketchup packet.
I'll do my standard Firebolt. Just literally that and Ray of Frost are the only two attacks I have prepared. So-
Okay, you guys are basically standing at the end of the alley, just like shooting this vampire while it's trying to like kill all the guards around her.
I'm sorry. I could get up there, but like it's not gonna attack me unless it. Ooh, 26 again.
26 is gonna hit.
Cool. And then 18 fire.
Hits for
Holy
18.
damn.
That's almost max damage.
Yeah,
You're rolling really well.
I am.
Rolling a lot better than me.
Listen, I'm
Yeah.
trying to save these drugs.
Give me that for my athletics checks.
Yeah. So yeah, you blast another big bolt of fire, and Rivia just looks so fucking hurt. But the bloodlust in her eyes is just like does not fade.
Yeah,
She is
keeping her
just
pushing.
so consumed by this carnage right now. Kat, it's your turn.
Does no one have a wooden stake? I swear someone has a wooden stake.
I do.
Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, that's what I thought. I was just thinking, one. All right. Cat, out of fearfulness to get up too close, does the same jazz again. 2 Eldritch Blast
Okay,
Mhm.
those both hit.
Nice.
and 7.
Okay. 13 more damage into this vampire. Her breathing, while like heavy with rage and energy, like starts to become ragged and start to fade. And she looks incredibly just so hurt. She like the only thing that's keeping her alive is her drive. And now that it's her turn again, just so slowly starts to heal, but it's like trying to pour a water bottle on a big warehouse fire. Doesn't really do much.
Gotcha. I shout. We almost got her. Just a few more.
Woke her up, please don't miss again.
She is going to turn to the guard next to her and just keep on trying to take down as many as she can. 2 claw attacks. With advantage. That's right. Thank you so much. So that's the first one to hit. That's gonna hit for 8.
Oof.
But it was only advantage on that one attack. So this one, thank you also for the reminder.
Oh
This
my
one hits,
God.
rolls for normal, and
Should've said
hits
anything.
again.
Fuck that.
Oh,
God,
Or
man.
11. Okay, yeah, she slashes into that guard there, and she is just taking bloody chunks out of this guy, and he is just not doing great. He is like whimpering at this point, like he is very badly hurt, and he just sort of like tries to repeat what you just said. So he's just take her down. And the other two guards are going to fire their heavy crossbows at her. That one
Oh.
finally freaking hits. I'll roll the other one just in case. Okay, it's gonna be that one. 6 piercing damage.
Yeah.
So a
Every little bit
bolt
helps.
hits her into the chest, and now she is definitely slowed by that attack. And now it comes to the guard that is really hurt, basically on death's door, and he's going to try and take 2 short sword attacks to try and see if he can finish her.
17?
One is going to hit. It only hits for 2. He's
God
very
damn.
weakly swinging at her. He manages, but she at the other end is also looking very weak. But he is able to stab in for just a little bit more. But she just like very close to dead people, like fighting at each other. Cinna, please end this.
Okay. Yeah, I'll pull out my rod again.
Okay.
15.
15
Ooh.
will hit just barely.
Okay, perfect. It's
Oh my god!
Oh,
2 fire.
come on.
This firebolt is just gonna glance off her
Oh wait,
shoulder.
hold on. I'm able to add a little bit to that I have.
Firebolt's like 2d10, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
it is.
2 ones.
Because of my alchemical savant, I'm supposed to be adding my mod to damage, my int mod. So that's gonna be a 6, not a 2. I haven't been doing that.
Okay.
My bad.
Go ahead. With a 6, then go ahead and finish her.
Alright.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, so I see her claw into this guy, and I just line up my shot. You know, I do a little bit of calculus there, and then I click the button,
The
and
numbers.
this giant ball of fire, well, that does 2 damage, 6 damage, starts to generate at the end of it, and just pulses forward, slamming into, I guess, her back, because she's not looking at me.
And the fire just like erupts around her, and she finally like collapses to her knees, and she like just as she's dying, she like turns around to like look at you, and all you see is just hatred in her eyes. But you have taken that away from her, and she collapses on the ground, finally dead. So the guards are gonna look around. And they're panting. This guy is looking so rough. He is sweating. He is bleeding. He's just like, do we do it?
There's
Do we
3
do
or
it?
4 more. Stay on your toes. And then I cast Healing Word to bring him up a little bit.
Okay, how much?
That'll be 1d4 plus 8. Make
What's
sure
the
my
word?
ints already added. Yep. So did you say what's the word?
Yeah. What's your healing
Uh,
word?
Get better. Why isn't it proccing?
Good
That's-
kid.
Hold
Good
on.
kid.
Let me hit this spell
Sure.
over here. Send.
Does Cinna have an iron sight on the end of her little
Oh,
wand stick?
and what? It's asking me what level to cast it
11. Great. Okay.
at. Yeah. Sure.
Because the way you did your little imp, you know what I mean? Like you're like
It's like a
lining
glass.
up
It's like, it's not.
That's
It's not iron sight. It's like a glass module with
the
like,
glass one.
It does some
It's a
like
rectangle one.
calculations. Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
So you're able to cast that spell, and his it looks like he's stopped bleeding. He straightens his posture a little bit. He was pretty like leaned over at that point just from the exertion. It looks like he's able to straighten up a little bit, but he definitely he definitely looks like he's not back up to full health yet. And he looks down at his comrade and looks at him. He goes, "Where are the rest of them?"
Do we hear shouts and stuff? I'll just say let's aim for, or let's head towards screaming.
I stomp her head in first, just so she can't get back up.
Confirm it.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Was that
Yeah,
necessary?
You brutally curb stomp this
You make her bite a
vampire.
rock.
You lean down and open up her mouth.
Right there on the
God.
back of the head.
Put
Yeah,
her on top of the shield of the guy who just
Oh.
died.
Oh, vampire components are good for potions, but I think we got more of a job to do tonight.
Okay, you guys back out into the street, and from the direction of Town Square, let's get everyone to zoom out and look at where they are. The map is so big. So you guys are right here. You step out into the street to sort of you're this vampire now. You step out into the street and sort of like try and take in your surroundings and listen to see if you can hear where screams are coming from. And then all of a sudden, in this direction, from towards town square, you can hear what sounds like an explosion, and you see some smoke start to come up from town square.
I guess we're running.
Yeah,
I guess
we got a direction.
Fuck.
we gotta run.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay. You guys start running down the road, and there are basically like no people in this area. Every block or two, you see one or two dead bodies who had bled out or died in some way. But otherwise, people have fled. People have tried to get inside or go somewhere else. And you guys get to the town square here. Okay. This one of them is dead. That was more guards than we needed. So you guys are entering from the east here. And when you arrive, basically what you see is did I have a description written down? Yes, I did. The guards run alongside you into the town square. You see no living commoner on the streets here. Even the stocks are empty, though one looks broken right here. One looks broken, and a body lies beneath the stage. It looks like it may have been ripped out of the stock and killed right below it. There's dead bodies strewn about the cobble, but one body draws your eye. The charred corpse of one of the vampires, surrounded by sooty stone and blast stains. A single lieutenant stands watch by the fountain, and he sees you guys all approaching, and he runs up to meet you, and he says, "Good, there are more alive. There are more vampires to kill."
How many more have you seen?
2 more ran off to the west in the direction of the church.
Okay.
The captain, luckily, the captain was here and was able to put a stop to this nasty bloodsucker. And whenever he says this, whenever he mentions the captain, the other guards that you guys are sort of like around start to get a little bit excited and be like, "Oh, the captain! We're fighting alongside the captain. He's so great." And the lieutenant says, "He was just lucky to be in the area and was able to do something about this one, but the others went away. He was called back in order to defend the Baron's home. But some guards continued to chase the vampires in the direction of the church to the west."
What is the vampire's main weakness? I mean, you seem to know a good amount about this. The captain killed it. Fantastic. What did he do?
Fantastic.
Fire. Lots and lots of fire.
Is there a local bar we can go get alcohol and flame to throw at?
There is the inn where they have wine, but
Okay.
I don't.
I don't know if wine is. I look at Senna. Is wine? Can we do that with wine? I don't know if that's. Senna, can we do that with wine?
You want to create a Molotov?
I mean, I don't know how to make fire. You do. I don't.
Out of curiosity, I think I've got alcohol. It's flammable, so I don't know.
I mean, but do you have any better ideas though in terms of how to get fire on vampire?
Outnumber them. Continue to hit them. Just completely barrage them. They are so strong on their own.
Agreed. If they get bitten, like the civilians here, and I bet you've seen this all before. I have not. Do we have to kill them as well?
We've never seen this before.
Fuck.
We've
okay.
never seen vampire activity in Vallaki for 100 years.
That's not good. Okay. Do we cut their heads off? Like if they get bitten, do we just cut their heads off? Because I said to do that.
The guards around you are like, "What? We didn't have to do that."
Yeah, they. The guards that you are around look to the lieutenant as if they don't know and are sort of like expecting an answer from someone of a higher ranking. The lieutenant himself starts to shift on his feet a little bit and looks around at all the dead villagers, and he says, we will gather the dead, and the Baron can make a decision of what to do with them.
All right, we don't have time to talk much more. Let's get going.
Yep. Okay. So you guys run across the town square, and as you guys are crossing the town square, and heading west, at this point it's been like around dusk. With the overcast sky, there is this rusty tinge to the sky, but as you guys start moving across the square, it starts to get really dark really fast. Meanwhile, over in the market area, as you're running through the crowds of people, you start to you're basically like, it's basically like a running with the bulls sort of thing. The vampire are the bulls, and you're all these fucking Spaniards with red scarves.
Fun! Dream vacation.
Very, very fun. Yeah. As you're running, you actually like start bumping into people. People are randomly stopping in the street, and they are starting to look really panicked. And as everyone else is approaching the market, you start to see this too. Is that like people were running, but they're stopping, and their like mouth is going agape. Some of them are screaming, but they're all looking up. The rusty tinge of dusk darkens, and as you guys all look to the sky, you see the horror that's filling these townspeople with fear. A mass of black clouds are moving west across the sky, but not of their own. At the head of the front, you see it. A large black draft horse with a mane and tail of flames gallops across the sky. Its hooves lighting with sparks that strike on an invisible street of air. And you see its rider, a tall, pale man dressed in fine, dark clothes. It's too far to see his expression, but you can feel him gazing down on you. You almost think that you can see his red eyes focused on you like crimson stars against an obsidian night. The dark clouds billow out from him like a cape of black smoke. Most of you have never seen this man. Cat's the only one, but for the rest of you, his presence is unmistakable. After 100 years, Count Strahd von Zarovich has returned to Vallaki, and he's headed for the church. We're gonna come back over to the market scene. You're running with these townspeople. We're gonna keep making athletics checks to keep going through. Arx, you're going to have a bit of an extra challenge. You are in the middle of the crowd right now. You kind of have two choices in front of you, unless you can think of something else. But these people are starting to get in the way and slow you down. You can either try to push through them with a certain DC'd athletics check, or you can try and use an acrobatics check to try and weave through the crowd. Dane, you're gonna have to make this as well. 6 and the vampires are not quite far enough up to make this happen.
As Dane's running, can I cast Fey Presence through my ring to basically like force the people away from Arx? It'll make it.
Yes, you can.
Dane is my favorite person right now.
Running.
Turn into a bulldozer of like.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically, fuck, I feel so bad, but I don't really want to,
Dane is my favorite person!
Like, Dane doesn't care if he scares them or charms them, so basically, he's just gonna fucking surround Arx with, like...
What is the thing that you're... What is the presence look or feel like?
Oh,
Just
ravens.
Yeah, fuck ton of ravens around Arx.
Okay, so a swarm of ravens, of Fey ravens just starts to swirl around Arx, and even the people that are stopped in their and gaping at the darkening sky notice it, and with reverence, like quickly, like superstitiously, like back off and give Arx the leeway there. 6, you are back with the Six, you are back with the vampires. One of them is going to continue trying to attack you to get you out of the picture, while the other one surges forward. Is there anything that you would like to do in return, or are you just gonna try and run through it?
I'm just gonna dash, disengage, get as close as I can to Dane and Arx.
Okay. In that case, I am just gonna have you roll a raw d20 of athletics, but you're not gonna take any damage from the attack because you're taking the time to avoid the attacks. So you're technically slowing down, but you're not gonna take any damage from it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, one of the vampires is going to do athletics.
Oh yeah, no, that's bad.
I would love to get above a 10 sometime.
One of these days.
I feel that. So that one's gonna roll an 11, and the other one a 19.
Short legs. It's a short legs. That's why they're able to keep up.
If it was acrobatics, it'd be a little bit more, but this is just pure running.
You should like go up on the roofs or something. Jump from roof to roof.
Like a small Batman.
Okay. Dane, give me an athletics check minus a d8, and Arx, give me an athletics check plus a d8.
Fuck. Watch me lose my whole fucking roll.
Nice. Ermin.
Got a 2.
Arx, you are surging ahead. Dane, you are...
Took a lot out of me.
God. Yeah.
There's a lot of fucking
Dane, you're falling
ravens.
behind. The one of the vampires, the one who originally had the bag, Namira, is starting to catch up with you.
Fuck.
Arx, you are surging ahead. The ravens are clearing, the spectral ravens are causing them to clear a path right now. And so you're not hampered by this crowd whatsoever. And you're getting closer and closer to the church. And as you're running up ahead, you see the crowd starts to veer. The crowd that you're kind of like following along with, you're kind of getting towards the front of it now, though, because of the people that you're just like running past the people, and people are also getting out of your way. And you see them start to turn down this road, and you follow them, and they look like they're turning up this road, but then they start running backwards and start turning the other direction to run this way. And as you're passing that intersection, you can see why. Is that right here in the middle of the street, there is another vampire that is currently attacking townspeople. There are guards that are trying to keep it down, but it looks like 2 of them have died, and there's only 1 of them left. And so this vampire is wreaking havoc right here. Do you keep running? What do you do?
So I think Arx would keep running because getting the bones to the church, I think, is the most important thing here. But would it affect my movement at all if while I passed that intersection, I kind of yelled back to Dane and went vampire down there? Because it's just kind of like running it and passing. Okay, then yeah, that's definitely what I would do.
Dane, actually, let me change that. I'm so sorry. Dane is starting to fall behind. You know that they cast the spell to give you those ravens, but it looks like they are not keeping up with you because of that. And so if you were to tell Dane about that whole thing, then you would have to wait for him.
How far back is he from me?
I was pretty far behind in the beginning.
So you are at this intersection right here. Dane is, you don't know. I would say you just don't know where Dane is. You've turned this corner and they haven't yet. If you want to tell someone about it, you're gonna have to wait until someone shows up around that corner.
Nope, I think getting the bones to the church is gonna be more important. And so I'm just gonna keep running up the curved path to the church.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay, you keep running. Dane, you are now kind of like in line with one of the vampires, and Six, you are at the back with the other vampire. The vampire alongside Dane is not going to try to attack Dane at all. They're just going to try and sort of outpace them. So this is going to be just a straight contested athletics check between you two, unless you want to do anything to this vampire Dane.
No, but I did have a question. Do we know the names of the vampires with us? What was the name of the one who was in charge?
Namira.
The
Amir,
one that, so
she's-
you've heard these two vampires' names. The one that's in charge, the woman, is Namira, and the other one that's been involved in this chase is a man named Vadu.
Okay,
It's
so
no mirror.
I had a
can't be seen
plan
in mirrors.
because I thought the one that Kat and Senna fought was the leader one, but Namira was the leader one, so never mind.
No, she's just the one of the insane ones.
Yeah. No, so yeah, Dane's gonna fucking just shoot a couple Eldritch blasts at this fucker.
Okay.
Shit, 20 and a 5.
Okay. So that 20 is going to hit. For the crit fail, let me see if there's a magic one on here. There's melee, shooting, thrown.
I'd be fine with you just taking
natural.
away my ability to run this time. I don't even want to. You know what I mean? Instead of you having to look.
This very well may just have to do with like traditional combat, but it may not. Roll a d20 for me.
11.
11. Okay.
I feel like 11 sounds good.
Oh God.
Uh-oh.
That does not.
Dane, the vampire ducked and you hit a random citizen.
Oh, fuck.
No.
Leaves a mark. They
Did I-
can't prove anything.
Did I kill them? Oh, what's
It's
going on?
Oh,
it's
yeah.
force damage, so
Oh yeah.
Oh, fuck. Dane just goes, sorry?
are you
As
are
he
you
sees
Todd
their-
or are you Dane
Oh,
right
fuck.
now?
I can't remember. No, I'm Dane.
You're Dane.
'cause I have
You're
my
Dane with
mustache.
a mustache right
Yeah.
now. Is actually your current identity.
You're evil
Dane?
Dane?
No, he doesn't have a goatee.
Oh.
No, it's just a mustache. Dane, I don't know. I feel like it fucking obliterates.
It could be the
his
it could be the twirly villain mustache though, who like the
Yeah.
Dane that
And
ties.
when he shoots it,
damsels
it
to railroad
twirls a
tracks.
little bit.
Dane was twirling it while he was running because he's never had a mustache before.
Quickly flattens it down.
He's like, oh fuck.
He doesn't get rid of it. He tries to flatten it physically.
I can't.
Goes from like curly Q to Fu Manchu real fast.
He's like, oh shit. Dane's like, I hope nobody saw that.
There was a lot of people around you, buddy.
I point at the vampire like, this fucker right here.
Make a deception check.
Oh no.
27.
Oh shit!
Wow. You hear a wave. So 6
You get
ahead of
dapped
you.
up.
You can hear a wave of people yelling, "The vampires can shoot magical blasts!
What the fuck?
Cover in fear! Cover and hide!"
Dane can't use Eldritch Blast anymore in this town.
God.
Okay, so one of them did hit, so they're gonna lose a D8. But you lose a D. But you're gonna lose a D4 from that. So roll an athletics minus a D4. They're gonna do an athletics minus a D8.
Oh
shit.
yes.
Let me have some.
Okay.
Oh my god.
What?
What
Oh
is
my
the
god!
best possible outcome to this whole thing?
I'm sorry, if you get a 0 athletics, does that mean you're not moving?
Probably.
Yeah, no, they stop. You let's say you shot their fucking leg.
I
you
took him
shot-
out. They took it out from under him. I fucking fell.
You hamstrung them, and they had to
hell yeah.
stop. You can see that the wound is like they have to stop and wait for their wound to like regenerate for them to keep moving.
I like
But
as
they're
I'm
stopped in their tracks. Also, the fact that you saw the fact that you just killed a random villager gave you just like the
I'm
most
just
oh
fucking-
fuck speed to just sprint out of there.
I'm also flipping off that vampire though, like trying to get a bunch of the villagers around me to do it too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
No, touching
Okay.
your nose is fuck you.
Oh yeah. They don't. Yeah.
Six. We're in the section of the chase between you and the other vampire.
Alright, I'm gonna do the same thing. Dash, disengage. Try to get out of their attack so I can catch up.
You've got this. Come
Okay.
on.
Okay, you're gonna roll a natural athletics, and they are going to do 1 minus 4.
God damn
Oh my
it!
gosh!
Let me roll above a 10.
Rance, I'm trying to send you good vibes.
Okay, they're not running any faster than you. You're so basically what's happening is you guys are doing this really weird running dance where they keep trying to attack you and it keeps slowing them down, but you keep dodging. And so like you are still being slowed down, but
Yeah.
like you're spending so much effort trying to avoid
Not
them.
get hit.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm like that the deaf oiled up guy from Family Guy.
Yeah, you basically are. You're never gonna catch me. Okay, so at this point, Dane, you are up ahead. You're starting to catch back up with Arcs again. One of the vampires had fallen behind, and then 6, you are still back towards the market. You just you just keep losing so much speed, and
Wait,
everyone is
that's not the
just
right token.
surging ahead of you. What? No, I'm sorry, I don't have that immediately available.
Take your mustache off.
Just fucking with you.
The crowd is around you. You keep trying to dodge these claw attacks, so you're being slowed down. Arcs, however, you round this corner here, and you can see the church ahead. There are still. Let me think about how I want to do this. Okay, yeah, we're just gonna do one more. No, you still have the ravens around you, don't you? How long does that last?
Fate presence.
Until the end of your next turn.
Until my next turn.
Until the end of the next term.
So
Okay.
6 seconds, or 12 seconds.
Okay, so that helped you. That helped you specifically in the market. So that cleared the way for you to get like way ahead of everyone else. But now it's gone, and you are in the rest of the crowds, and there's a lot more people concentrated around the church here. So you are still going to need to either make an athletics check, a DC athletics check to push through the crowd, or an acrobatics check to try and weave through them, or something else if you're smarter than me.
Yeah, I didn't think of anything else, so I think I'll just do the athletics check DC, because my
Okay.
acrobatics isn't great.
Bid number. You got this. Oof.
Do it. Put it to sleep.
Okay. So
Rance, I think you're getting a good
Do I
roll in a
still
minute.
get to roll my 1d8?
you're gonna roll a D8. I'm gonna roll a minus D4 for you on top of that.
Okay.
Oh
12.
no.
So that basically cancels out the D8.
Negated almost.
Okay. So you're making it there. You just slowed down a little bit, but you are so far ahead that roll almost didn't really matter unless it was just super bad, or super good. We're gonna do one last round with everyone else, and then we're gonna switch back to the other team.
Sounds
Dane,
cool.
you are surging ahead now. You round this corner and you're chasing after Arcs. You see them trying to you can see them off in the distance ahead around the corner trying to push through the crowd. And then you get to the intersection there. Give me a perception check to see if you notice what's going on. Because at this point the crowd is pretty well directed there. Okay. With a 14, you're going to notice as you're running past this intersection that there is a vampire. Along this street right here that you are, there are dead bodies everywhere. There are guards. There are townspeople, just like sort of like dead there. And in the middle of the street, you see a vampire that is just sprinting away from you. And headed towards the church, and you think that with the pace that it's heading, it's going to try and cut off Arcs. What do you do?
So the leader one was back here. She's pretty ways back.
Yes.
She
was the one that you stopped short by hamstringing her.
So
Dane, so she's at least a block behind you.
So Dane is just gonna fucking turn into her and yell at that one. Goes, "Stop! Where are you going?" Try to fucking confuse it.
Okay, make a deception check with advantage.
Ooh, what a move.
24.
Okay.
Weren't ready for that, were you, Thomas?
No, I'm trying to
Oh,
figure something
man.
out. Okay, it's gonna be one of two vampires, and I've got to flip a coin to decide which one it is because I wrote a personality for every single one of these vampires, and so this makes a difference. I don't have a coin in my dice bag. Okay, rolling a d20. Okay, So you see that this vampire ahead of you turns, and it is a woman. and it looks like the one that, I guess you weren't there, you didn't see it, but out of game, it's the one that smacked her head on the fucking window board.
Uh-oh. I don't know if that's a good thing.
And she turns to you, and she says, Namira, why don't you have the bones? I'm here to feed. You have to get the bones. What are you doing?
I'm trying. Go to the square. Trying to get
The bones are in the square?
Yes. Help me.
Okay. Terrific. You see that she gets to this intersection, and then she books it east.
Hell yeah.
Oh, shit,
and
that
then
was
are you
really
going
good.
to...
Thank you. I was like trying to remember
Are
the
you
voice
going-
Thomas did, so I was just like, Scratchy. That's all I remember. Scratchy.
Scratchy is literally what I... Yeah, that's all. That's the only way that I can define this too. Okay, which direction are you running now? You're at an intersection.
So she's gonna take off that way. As I run past this intersection, I'm gonna stay as me, but I'm gonna go like, I'm like shattered. I'm gonna go straight and then turn. So I'm gonna keep going straight up like this way.
Okay. Give me an athletics check, and then give me a minus D4 since you used an action to manipulate another chase person.
I don't even care. That was probably the best thing I could have done.
Just a D4.
Oh shit, I did D8, didn't I?
Yeah. Okay. Okay, yeah. So you are. Let's say you're being a little bit more cautious as you're going up the street, trying to catch up there. So
When I
Arxis.
get to where I'm gonna be out of sight, I'll turn back into Dane.
Okay. Yeah. Let's say that you spend your time doing that. So Arx is still going to be a little bit ahead of you. One of the vampires, the one that was hamstrung, is going to try and surge after. They get a 17, so they are. You don't know this. 6, you can see way in the distance ahead that you can see the vampire running ahead of you. You can't see You can't see anything else. 6, you are still with this vampire. It is still trying to hurt you. Are you still trying to just avoid it?
Yep.
Okay.
Got this. You've got this.
Oh,
Nice.
finally,
Boy.
Jesus
And
Christ.
And a minus D4 for attacking. Okay. You finally start to outpace this vampire, and you start to gain ground on the vampire ahead of you, just a little bit though, because it looked like it's moving really fast. It's you don't know this, but it's trying to catch up after Dane hamstrung her.
Yeah.
But you guys are now chasing. Arx, you are approaching. You are now approaching the church. Dane, you are also approaching the church. 6, you are following. You are following behind, but you're following the general thing of the crowd.
Yeah.
We are going to switch back to the other squad.
I just want to say this real quick. I'm so sorry, Kat. I just sent you a fucking vampire.
It's fine.
You literally did just send them a vampire. So here's another combat encounter.
What?
This is not what I had an expectation of how things were going to go.
Yeah.
This is my alley vampire right here.
Thought I was gonna fight the vampire.
That was I had that map set up in case when you grabbed the bag, you were going to stop and make a stand. That was my if-then statement.
Do you want
No, I figured Bones going to the church is probably the most important thing.
That is definitely fair. Okay,
Yeah,
so
so
you guys
we're-
are so
We're running with a bunch of guards now.
you're running with 3 guards. Let me sort of like narrate your approach there.
Okay.
Senna and Kat, you guys are running. You guys are running down the street. Do you guys need to take a break at all?
Oh, I'm good for.
You're good.
Are you going to jump into a combat encounter? Okay. I'm making sure specifically Jake and Jared are good.
Yeah, we're good.
Because now the spotlight's on them. Okay. You guys are running down the street. You have 3 guards flanking you. One of them is still kind of injured, but he very much insists on fighting. Let me pull them up here. Let me get their health up real quick. Give me just a second.
That's weird. Yeah, let me place my token down as well.
Okay. So you guys are running down the street. I'm gonna actually remove this house. I had it there just because of the specific layout there. You guys are running down the street. And as you're running, you can see bodies of townspeople, you can see bodies of guards, you can see the evidence of where these vampires had gone. And then up ahead, you see, in like the opposite flow of traffic, you see one of the other like insane vampires is just sprinting at you.
Okay.
And they see you, and you can hear them yell at you, "Bones!" Real quick, one of you roll me a d20 luck check.
Oh, shit. I'll do it.
Okay. Please, something good. Something good.
How about exactly average?
Okay. Roll me a d4 now.
All right.
We rolling a random potion again?
How about exactly average?
Okay.
No.
Okay, so as you are, that's honestly just fine. As you guys are running down the road at this vampire, you see at this intersection here, not on top of the roof, sorry. You see this intersection here, 2 more guards are trying to run down at the sound of screaming and vampires and what have you. So 2 more guards are going to join this battle, but everyone go ahead and roll initiative.
Woo, boy, howdy!
Click your token.
Yep.
Wow.
Wow.
Same.
Wow.
Sorry. Chrome. Character sheet. I just closed it.
Really all over the place right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, the first numbers though were 6-9, so that's kind of fun.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, I'm down
Makes it
there
worth
too.
Wow, that one guy got a 20 though, or one
Oh,
person. got a 20.
hell yeah.
One dude is ready.
That
Two dudes
person,
fucking ready.
dude,
Yeah,
they
two
are
dudes.
The one,
ready.
it's the one that's injured is the one that's ready.
Oh,
He's-
dude,
That's funny.
he's here to avenge
just
his
like
brothers
top
in
five. He's
arms.
so hard right now. He's just like, let's go,
How does that look?
get the blood flowing.
Get the blood flowing. Oops. Okay.
I
what's
really
the-
like that the 2 martial classes that we have in our party are out of this combat encounter entirely.
So bad. I like
really
how
like
we're gonna
I
keep
fucking
moving.
succeeded.
Okay, so the one in the back who is injured he's kind of been like falling behind you this whole time because he's hurt. But he is going to yell at you. He's gonna yell at you, Sin, and be like, "Get this bitch! I'll cover you!" And he's going to shoot his. He's gonna basically like sit down and set up his heavy crossbow and start firing from afar.
Fucking Chad.
And it sails over your head and then land. It shoots at it and it's going to like land in the cobble right in front of the vampire as she like moves around it to continue running at you.
Covering.
I have too many fucking guards in this. I don't know why I did this. Okay.
Oh, we had the lieutenant with them.
The lieutenant stayed in the town
Okay.
square.
Okay.
They are on. You don't know this in character, but they are on watch of the towns. They're defending the town square. That's their position.
And I didn't mean to because I'm not there.
Okay. So it is this guard's turn. One of the guards that's coming to intersect. They are going to start charging at the vampire. So brave. And they're going to take out a spear and they're going to throw a spear at the vampire. That's actually going to hit.
Whoa.
I'm impressed by this. It's only 2 damage though. It gets her like right in the shoulder, but like the one that's not really connected to any super major arteries or anything. And Senna, now it's the guard that is behind you,
Okay. Oh yeah. Excuse me. Sorry.
and he is going to run past you as well to sort of take another flanking position here, and he's also going to throw his spear at the vampire, and that is going to miss. So this vampire is trying to like duck and weave around bolts and spears. She gets hit by one, but dodges most of them. And now it's her turn. And she is going to sprint at this guard here. and just run into it, just taking like wild claw attacks at it. Both of them are going to hit.
Damn.
Hits for 14 damage. So she runs up and starts clawing at this guard, and immediately just like starts taking this damage. And these cuts look pretty deep, and he's definitely bleeding pretty bad now. Cinna, it's your turn.
Okay. Well, you know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'll probably, brace myself up against this pole next to me or whatever.
Yeah.
And then go ahead and fire a firebolt.
That'll hit.
Excellent.
Yes.
I do like hearing that. Doing 9 fire.
Okay. Doing 9 fire, and with the with you shooting firebolts, you can hear the guards behind you. They're kind of like encouraging you on, just like, yeah, take it down just like the captain did.
Yeah.
Kat, it's your turn.
Yes. With just like feeling the energy, I go ahead and I do the usual move, Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, we're kind of one-trick ponies, aren't we? Right.
Yeah,
now.
I'm
Look, when you got something that works, why change it?
Exactly. It works.
Okay, one of them is going to hit.
Okay.
You are a bard. You do have other spells. You're not a warlock.
All of them are. I'm not close enough for
Oh,
a lot.
okay.
Yeah. Eight.
Do you, so did you just like stop where you were?
Yeah,
Can you
I
sit
didn't
there?
move anymore.
Okay. All right, so you launch a couple Eldritch Blasts, and she dodges one of them, but then takes the brunt of another one, and is now smoking with that sort of like magical force energy, and now it's just a fuck ton of guards.
You can give inspiration.
I can get inspiration. Yes, I think isn't that an action though?
It's
Nope.
a bonus action.
Oh, fuck! Oh, damn it! I should have done that before I. Can I retcon just like a little bit?
I'll give it to you. I'll be nice. You haven't used your bardic inspiration at all, like
Oh my
ever.
God.
So
I turn
think
around.
I think he's
I
used
turn
it
around.
once.
I think I've used it once. I think it was with Alistair though. I turn around and I look at the injured guard with the crossbow and I say, "I'm fucking proud of you, man. You're doing a lot of good shit and you're bleeding out and you're fucking killing it. Keep it up."
okay.
Yes. Bardic
He looks very inspired by that. And he gets, what is it? Is it a D8 now because of your level?
It is a D8. Yes. Actually,
Okay.
let me make sure. I think it's a D8. Let me make sure. Where is it?
Yeah.
Yes, 1D8.
Okay. So they have a D8 that they're likely going to use on their next attack roll.
Yeah.
This one, we'll say that, this one is going to run up next to his buddy right there. He hasn't thrown his spear yet, so he is going to throw his spear at the vampire. Maybe. There we go. That's gonna hit.
Hell
6
yeah.
damage.
Not bad.
Just taking blast after blast. You were told to overwhelm her, and this seems to be, this seems to be that like you're overwhelming her here. So this guard is going to step off to. It's another guard's turn. They're going to step off to the side pavement here, and they yell, "I'll help provide cover." And they're going to shoot they're going to take out their heavy crossbow.
Holy shit!
And fucking crit. They're not a named character though.
Hell yeah.
His name
fuck
is
it.
Guard. What are you talking about?
His name is Guard 4.
That's what his
First name
parents
is
named
Goo.
him.
Last name is Ard.
Okay,
Guard.
with a really rough crit roll. 6 damage.
They named him Guard because they wanted him to be a guard when he grew up.
Yeah.
It's like
Maybe
naming
that's
your
why
kid
they named
Christian.
him Guard.
They're
Yeah.
virtue signaling out there.
All right, so they set up, they fire off a crossbow bolt, and they just slam right into the chest of the vampire there. The injured one behind you is going to continue firing, and they're gonna. They even with a D8 they can't hit. I'm just gonna meta say that they don't use it. I know I'm being rude with that, but
You're speeding things up.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Okay, next guard from off to the side is going to run up and try and swing its short sword. It gets 2 swings.
Nice.
One of them is going to hit. Stabs into the vampire for 7 damage.
That's max damage. Shit.
Good for that guard. Okay, yeah.
Good for him.
All right. And now it's the one that's also in front of it that is definitely looking injured there, is going to try and just gang up with its other guard buddy and start just taking down this vampire. One of the swings is going to hit. Stabs into that vampire for another max damage, 7 piercing. They have this vampire cornered. She is looking incredibly hurt now. She's looking very overwhelmed. It is her turn, and she is going to start to heal a little bit. It looks like she's not quite as hurt now. She's doing a little bit better, and she is going to lunge at the guard that is hurt and directly in front of her, and try and grapple him. Crit fails. My God.
Uh-oh.
Natural weapon. Roll a d10. Turn order. 3. Here's what happens. Okay, so as she is being completely overwhelmed by all these different guards. She's healing a little bit, but she is starting to feel a little bit of panic, and she wildly tries to grab at the guard to try and like sink her fangs into him to see if she can like get any sort of boost back from that. But she swings too wildly, and the guard is able to take his shield and sort of like knock her arm out of the way, and he is going to have advantage on he specifically is going to have advantage on his next attack roll. He's made an opening for himself. Cinna, it is your turn.
Okay. I decided I'm gonna move 30 feet to be adjacent to this guard up here, and then fire.
Okay.
Oh, fire a firebolt.
17 will hit.
Okay. Doing 15 fire.
Jesus
Terrific.
Christ.
Horrific. Yes. Fuck 'em up.
All right, big burn, big burn, taking out some of her vampy flesh. She's looking charged. She's looking hurt. Looking not great. Anything else on your turn?
Nope, that'll be it.
Cat, you're up.
Yeah. Hell yeah. That's too far away from me. Okay. Usual. I'm gonna usual her because I don't want to get any closer because I'm very scared of her.
Fair enough.
Bam bam.
24 is gonna hit.
Yes. And then also with that, I yell at Cinna and I say, Cinna, you're absolutely doing a fantastic job and I'm very proud of you. Just keep it up. And then I whisper, Bardic Inspiration.
Thanks, I'm real inspired.
To really motivate you, to really like seal that inspiration there. The guards, like whenever you like yell encouragement to Cinna, the other guards around you are going to like reply in a chorus and all yell together, like the captain.
Like the captain.
So they're all like fucking rooting for you now,
Finest
Cinna.
captain.
Okay.
They're all super jazz for you, man.
This guard is going to flank around the other side of the vampire, and is going to take a couple short sword swings. She is just completely surrounded now, but she every time they try to stab, so like if they can't get a direct hit, it just keep glances off of her. Like her vampire skin is just like somehow toughened to be a little bit more resilient, and they're just not being able to connect. One of the two guards in the back now. I like how these have lined up like this. The 2 guards in the back are now time to take their heavy crossbow shots, so they're going to try and do that. Lots of crit fumbles on this one. My goodness. Okay, a d20 for this one. 14.
Uh-oh,
So the one
cat.
that's off of the corner of the street there
That's
rolls a
behind
14.
you. Oh, in the corner. Okay.
That's within 10 feet. Okay. I gotta roll something real quick. Rolls a 2. Okay. He accidentally. So as he shoots it, she sees it coming and actually grabs the guard next to her, and then moves him in the way, and he ends up getting shot with that crossbow shot. For full damage. Why do I
Of course,
keep-
max damage.
Oh no, it's not max damage. This is the heavy crossbow. Heavy
Oh,
crossbow
okay,
deals more
okay.
damage. So take 7 damage, and the guy who shot is just like so embarrassed. Like, I'm sorry. Everything is like really tense right now. The injured guard behind you, Kat, is going to take another suppressive fire, and he is going to miss. Oh no, he's gonna roll his bardic inspiration.
Yes, he is.
8.
Yeah.
With an 8, that is going to hit. He's so inspired by you. I have to imagine that he uses his shoulder as a stabilizer, and you're like, fuck yeah, get him.
Fuck yeah.
Hits for 8 damage.
Hell yeah. I like take a knee and I'm like, go for it, dude. He's like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, just like leans on top of you, takes that shot, and it just like sails right into that vampire. The other 2 that are surrounding her are gonna take their short sword swings. None of them hit on that one. One of them hits on the one in front here. Actually, that was with advantage, so that's only 1 swing. So that swing is for 5. He gets 1 more attack because he had advantage. I feel like I'm just talking so frantically to myself.
Like, what?
Another
That's
attack.
how-
8.
that's
Okay,
how
he
it
misses
is.
with that one. It is now the vampire's turn. She's looking super duper fucked up, and she heals a little
Man.
bit, and she is going to lunge again at the weakened one in front of her that just hit her most recently. Grabs onto him, just fucking grabs him, and I don't
Okay.
need to roll that. It automatically. So if you're grappled, if you with him being grappled, she automatically succeeds on the bite attack.
Oh, okay.
And she bites into him for 8, and then is able to just drink any amount of blood that he had left. And so he goes he falls down completely bleeding out. Whereas she actually looks to become a little bit healthier from that move. She leans in, grabs him, just bites into him so hard, and just takes one big drink, and then just throws his body down, and that guard is now dead. That was her turn. Senna, it's your turn.
You already know what it is.
Yep.
I am going to move a little bit over, so I'm going to go 30 feet to my left here. And then, just to get closer to the church, you know. And then hit the firebolt, because that is my most consistent move right now. 25.
It's gonna hit.
Every time.
Oh, but only a 7. Very
Okay.
little damage.
All right, that's still knocking her down. Every time that she regenerates, you're just taking that energy right back from her. Kat, it is now your turn.
Yes.
Did you add your modifier to that, Jake?
Yeah, I went through and updated it,
Okay.
so now they're all +4.
Nice.
All right. I look at her again and I say, I'm going to put a stop to you, madam. And then I,
She goes, "Wah!"
you
They both hit.
What's that?
and then I do the finger guns this time. Bow, bow.
Oh.
And then
It's a
I
BB
yell-
gun.
I'm like, pew, pew. And then I yell at this one.
Give you
Nice. And I yell at this. Oh shit. I yell at
this
this
one right here.
Yeah, and I'm like, for the captain, you got this.
You reply, yeah. He yells back, "For the captain!" But in a Russian accent, because that's how the people here speak, for the most part. But some of them have different accents. Okay. Back on their turns, the one that's in full health behind her is going to take a couple short sword swings. One of them is going to hit. Stabs in for just 2 damage. Just like they're not
Chipping away.
They are very clearly unprepared for a vampire attack, but they are just doing what they can to chip away. Now it's going to be the 2 with the heavy crossbows. The attack from the corner is coming in. That is going to hit. That one hits for 11. That bolt really
That's
fucking
good.
gets her.
Yes.
I think
Fuck.
that's max damage. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hells yeah.
And then the other heavy crossbow bolt from behind Cat is also going to hit. And Kat, you hear from behind you the guard who stands up and takes a step forward, stands next to you. You hear him say, "This is for my friend, you son of a bitch." And he fires the crossbow bolt. Oh my god, it's literally just enough damage. And just
Hell
hits her
yes.
right through the
Hell
fucking neck.
yes!
Ah,
Yeah! And
Okay.
she just falls for her mouth. She looks like surprised, and she just falls forward on her face.
I pick him up and I shake him. I'm like, yeah, you fucking did it, yeah!
He goes, yeah, that hurts a little bit. Oh, yeah.
I lay him
Stop
back
my
down.
ribs.
And then I go stomp her head in.
Is it
Curb stomp this one. You got a perfect curb on this street, dude.
I got a perfect comp.
is the down guard? Is he done or is he out?
He's done.
Okay.
He is dead.
Okay,
He's
got
got
it.
these two like big ass vampire fang marks there. Blood is just taking out of him. It's not even two fang marks. She just fucking ripped like his neck
right,
out there.
Okay, cool.
Like she wasn't polite about her drinking his blood. She was aggressive
God.
with it. She took it.
Oh.
She
Okay.
took it.
I think I don't let this slow me down. I keep moving forward. So
Okay. Kat, do you keep following
Yes.
as well?
Yes.
Okay. The one, so the two that are injured are going to step back and say, we're gonna take his body back to the square. You two keep following them. Go ahead.
Make sure to tie him up. I don't know if you want to cut their heads off, but just tie him up in case he comes back. Just to be safe.
We'll take care of. We'll take care of it.
Sounds good. Thumbs up. I shoot. I'm like. "Bow, bow, 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 bow."
Accidentally fires a fuck ton of Eldritch Blast at them.
The first two. Beep, boop. Oh shit.
shoot.
Oh shit! Sorry.
Still
Sorry,
down.
sorry.
Safety on.
Okay.
Can we have a 2-minute
So,
break while I?
Yes,
get
I was
water and stuff?
literally about to say that. We're going to take a quick break here
All right.
before we get to the final hour of the session.
BRB pooping.
BRB pooping. Oh god.
God.
Oh man.
I was like freaking out. I was like, what am I gonna do? And then Thomas was like, yeah, this vampire is going right where Arx is going. I was like, well, that's what I'm gonna
That
do.
was really good.
I was so fucking stoked when it succeeded. I didn't even fucking care. I was just like, I don't care if I run.
Oh my
Like,
god. God, 6 is so far behind.
it's good, dude. Like, as long as you get there alive, because like I feel like as soon as Arx gets in there, actually I don't know. Like in my mind, like as soon as those bones enter in, it's gonna be like, boom!
Yeah.
I have no fucking clue. The really good thing is though, with my ring being right there, I because my Eldritch Beacon, I know the what
The
is it?
location.
Yeah, the locate. Like I know the location, and I know if it's consecrated or desecrated grounds. So I'll know before I even get in there because of my ring.
Yeah.
I'm so happy I chose this fucking like warlock class.
Oh man.
The fucking bomb. Yeah, it's fucking wild. My deception, my intimidation, and my performance are all +7. Jake,
What?
y'all are gonna get there and you're gonna send us to be like, yeah, we were attacked by a vampire who came running from like the direction of the church, and Dane's gonna be like, what? Really? That's so wild.
No, send us
The
a
audio for this
PSA.
recording better be good because this is such a good fucking session.
So
The-
fucking great.
okay, so there's
session.
one scene I might have you need to redo.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
It's the introduction to Strahd
Okay.
in the sky because I looked I had us on the RP stream because I was trying that out, but I forgot
Okay.
to build the audio input over there. But I switched to Spathlight right after that, so there's really just that one, 2-minute.
Okay.
part
I'm not
with
sure. I'm not
Strahd.
sure if I can put the emotion in it that I did.
I know that
Fucking
was so good.
Because my voice was
Also,
shaking whenever I did
when
that.
when the other
Oh, he was good.
when the other two get back, could you maybe go over what's going on in the sky?
Yeah. Oh no, I absolutely
Okay.
am.
Cool.
This is a sort of like bringing everyone together sort of thing, except for Six. He's poor.
My heart is pounding.
Dude, he's gonna get
Oh,
kidnapped, and we're gonna
I
have to
get
go
that.
find
I was
him.
like,
I have a cool thing I want to do, but I've been doing this kind of wrong. Six doesn't have dash as a bonus action. He has disengage, so I've just been getting him backwards. But I can do both in a turn. So
Hello.
Reds, I understand what you mean by like your heart is pounding. Like the minute like I was like, okay, I'm gonna mask of many faces, like head bitch. My heart was like, boop, 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 boop. I had like a cold sweat. I
That
was
was
yeah.
I was like,
so
if
good.
this
That was
fucks up.
great.
That's why I asked earlier, because I was like hoping, but then all of a sudden I got that nat 20 on my athletics, and then like the -1, so I still had a nat 20 basically. I was just like, oh my fucking god, this cannot have played out. My fucking patron is telling me to do this.
My patron said, I must.
He's like, you've got this. And I was like, oh god. God, it could not have worked out any better. Six is, we're gonna get there and be like, where's Six? He's finally gonna be arrived. We're like, what happened? Six would be like, I was running.
I was running.
I had to do it.
No, that's Arcs. Arcs would be like, I was running.
Arcs is booking it.
That, like, I'm so proud of the 2 things I've done with like my magic this round. Like, I've done 3 different actions other than run. And I'm real proud of the fucking like Raven thing. That was the great idea. Just make it Raven's rants. I had no fucking clue what to do. I was like, maybe just fuck more vampires around her. And then you're like, Ravens. I was like, that's it. That's the one. Jared's out there fucking killing it with the Eldritch Blasts.
I'm also out here just fucking inspiring everybody.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
we're doing the same thing, Jared. We need to figure out more tricks. I'm
I'm
out of
scared
spell
of
slots because
both.
I used all my spells on Dane this morning.
A lot of my attacks though are like AOS, like it's
My
just
bad, B.
AOE, they're like
I
area.
used all my
Yeah.
spells. I didn't think we'd be fighting a demon and vampires today.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't
Arx
really.
still has spells left.
Arc's just been fucking.
So you use-
booking
Arx
it.
has
All you do is
2.
fight, though.
Yeah, well, I have 2 spell slots, and then I have an item that can regain me up to a 3rd level spell slot, which I don't even have 3rd level yet. So I think it's set.
I'll trade you items.
No, I'm good. I like my pearl.
Oh, you
Give you
have
an-
Pearl Power.
I'll give you
Yeah.
an amulet of proof against detection and location. No, I fucking love that thing. Dane can't be
I don't
tracked.
have
He's
any
off the
magic
grid.
items.
I have my pearl power.
Just the stuff I've made myself.
Let's fucking go. I'm so fucking psyched. This has been a fucking
Oh.
great session so far. Like, we've had some hiccups with like Rance's terrible athletic rolls, but like other than it's been fucking good even with those.
It did. I did.
I'm imagining Six just like instead of focusing on running, he's been like bobbing and weaving all around the road trying to avoid this vampire.
You're
I
also
have to
teaching
imagine
it-
that it's that we got a little Benny Hill action there with one of the vampires like running after
Yeah.
you, and you're just like up
I
back
go,
and forth
I
across
go
the
into
different
one
alleys
alley
and
and
side
come out a
streets.
separate one.
Very Scooby Doo
Like
esque.
Scooby-Doo,
Yeah.
Like it's good because like you're stalling that one. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
you're
Like
keeping it from.
it really
Yeah, that's-
fucking helped me.
Yeah, that's kind of what my intention was when Six was like, "Get to the church," and he was gonna like hang back because of my rolls. He's gonna hang back and
Okay.
take care of them.
Are you guys ready?
Fuck
Mhm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you are, but here we go.
Raise
Okay.
candy.
All right, let's bring us back. Jake, you ready?
Yep.
Okay. The sky has darkened at this point. The black clouds have taken over the sky. It is blacker than just about any sort of night that you could get. Obviously, an overcast night sky is going to be very dark. But whatever light that you had is just straight up gone. Your only source of solace, there's lanterns along the road, but only some of them are lit now. A lot of them are broken. Ahead, some of you can see the church. A lot of you have dark vision, so the darkness doesn't really matter as much, but you can just tell that there is just this omnipresence over you. Those of you, for the most part, got distracted by your chase, by interacting with something, and the sky just sort of like filled in over you. Arcs, as you were running, you could see it's almost like you were trying yourself to outpace Strahd riding his flaming horse across the sky. But he was just moving with this incredible speed, not being deterred by any sort of forces in front of him. And he descended over on the hill behind the church ahead of you. And you run and you try to catch up as best you can. Arcs, you are going to make it to the church first. And I'll go into that narration in a second. Here's the order of how things are going to go first. Arx is going to get to the church. I'll describe it. Dane, as you approach this intersection, you are
go
going...
back to that map, to the city
What's that?
map. I'm still in the
Oh.
alleyway.
Oh, shit, my bad. Yep,
You're good.
I just moved myself and not anyone else.
Oh, I didn't know if I was like the only one, so I was like,
I thought it was just RP time.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you... so yeah, I'll always do this a little bit to visualize, and then I'll move to somewhere else. Dane, you're at this intersection. This is the main road from the square
Okay.
here. And as you approach the intersection, trying to like avoid detection and to sort of like get back to yourself, you go to head towards the church, but then you can see down from this direction Cinna and Kat and the guards running at you.
Fuck.
Shaking. I'm like, hey.
I like give him a thumbs up.
Not
Give
concerned
him a
about
thumbs up, and then I continue hoofing it.
Okay. So the whole lot of you start heading towards the church. 6, you are really just trying to catch up there. Give me another one more athletics check.
He trips down a river.
Oh my god.
This one is going to be a
Damn.
minus D4 though, because we're doing that thing. Yeah, you guys are still just slowly
Neck and
playing
neck,
your
yeah.
dance of avoidance.
Yeah.
So you're going to be coming into this next scene a little bit later.
Mm-hmm.
Arx, you now arrive at the church. This place of worship is a scene of utter chaos. It looks like many people were gathered here and are now trying to get out of there in a very panicked way. The entrances are completely clogged with fearful townspeople. You see there are even some lying on the ground, but these don't look like they have bloody wounds on their neck. It looks like a lot of these townspeople were fucking trampled to death in the panic, run over by their fellow neighbors. And as you get closer, and I'll move you over to the church. Oh wow, I didn't save that. Okay. So move you over to the church. You'll be down to the bottom. So down here,
God.
as you move closer, you can see at least one source of the panic is that there are multiple swarms of bats circling over the Valachians' heads, swooping down and biting at their necks. Though the sky has darkened, the light of the lanterns casts a glimmer on their skin, dark and slick with smears of blood. So right now you just have a bunch of panicked people around you, and you see these swarms of bats at the entrance here. What's your move?
Yeah, so that's a great question. I don't even know why I measured that. Like, how far above my head would the bats be?
They are swooping they are at head level.
Okay. So I think what I'm first gonna do is at least try and get in the doors to the church.
Okay. So yeah, it's gonna be we're gonna consider it difficult terrain.
Yeah.
So it'll take half your movement essentially.
I already measured this. Oh yeah, I'm fine. I
Okay.
can get to a good
People
spot.
are difficult terrain.
So I'm gonna move in there, right up next to the bats.
Okay.
So Arx's thought process is: bones are with me. Bones now in church.
So as you're thinking that, you're sort of like waiting to see if like the evil dissipates, and it doesn't.
Well, I feel like I need to at least attack the bats before I can get any further, because they're attacking townspeople. Oh
Okay,
fuck!
roll
There's
me-
some
roll-
up there. Yeah.
Roll me initiative with the bats.
Okay, I clicked my token this time.
Oh,
Hell yeah, dude.
Nice.
Never roll high for initiative.
It'd be funny if you didn't click your token though.
I clicked it this time for
Very sick of
once.
that a bit.
Yeah,
Okay.
that would have been super embarrassing.
Okay, yeah, you were so this immediate area right here, the entrance is just clogged with people. Some people down on the ground, some people still trying to run away from you, some people still being attacked by bats. You can't really see too much outside of that, so ignore what else you see past that on the map. This is sort of like where you're at right now. Let me switch on. That's why. Okay, so you are up first, Arcs. There are these swarms of bats around you. It looks like it looks like they've changed direction to try and swoop down towards you.
I guess I'm gonna attack the one to the left first.
Okay.
Because arbitrarily I just decided the one on the left, and
Sure.
you know what I'm gonna do.
13 is gonna hit.
Oh yes. Just a second. I want to check something. Was it this thing? Okay. Anyway, yeah, 7.
Okay. So as you swing at these bats, you're swinging at a cloud of tiny animals, essentially. And you're hitting some of them, but it's so hard to lock onto a target. So even when you do hit, it looks like it's not doing as much damage as it could. So you take out a couple of them, but you didn't seem to make too big of a dent into them.
Yeah, that makes some sense. Well, I'm gonna attack again. I'm just trying to decide if I want to do anything additional to the attack. You know, like funsies. Nah, we'll just attack again. It's fine. We're doing the same thing.
Nice.
Okay. That'll hit.
Same group of bats. Yeah.
Same group of bats. Okay. So you're definitely starting to chip into them. It doesn't look like you've knocked out like half of their swarm yet, but it looks like you're doing a decent amount of damage into these bats. You're at least making contact with them. It's going to be that swarm that was attacking you now. And they are going to just try and swoop in and bite you. 21 to hit.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
yeah.
Love to
That
see
is my
it.
AC.
Love to see it.
All right, that's gonna do seven piercing damage. As you can feel the bats swarming around you and biting into you, getting through the little places in your armor and just being able to sneak in with their tiny little bat teeth. The other swarm is going to try and do the same thing. 13. That one. So those bats are those. You have more swarming around you. You have so many. Some of them are able to connect, and some of them aren't. At the start of this next round, Dane, Kat, and Cinna. Actually, Dane, you were ahead of everyone else. We're just gonna say Dane comes onto the scene.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. Like right here.
Yep, Dane, you come into the scene. Basically, as I described it before, like just a bunch of people trying to flee. Some people just knocked down, trampled. And up ahead with the open doors there, you see Arcs just swinging their Morningstar wildly into swarms of bats.
Alrighty. So I'll get in 15 feet.
Let me
right?
actually, roll initiative for me.
Oh yeah. Let's do that.
We'll have to go off of turn order. Okay.
Yeah, Mouse. Okay. Sounds cool.
Okay, so you at least come onto the scene, and then we'll get to you on your turn. Is that okay?
Sounds cool, man.
Arcs, you're up again.
Yeah, can I see Dane yet?
I think you're probably too preoccupied with the with the situation at hand with the bats swarming around you. Dane can see you, but you probably haven't noticed them yet.
Okay,
They haven't approached.
That's what I figured. So the plan that I possibly had for this turn, I'll move to next turn.
Okay.
I'm gonna attack the bats again.
Go for it.
Same group until they're annihilated.
Go for it. Okay, that is going to miss. They're swarming around. They're just too hard to hit.
Second attack.
That one hits.
8.
Okay. It looks like you have knocked them down to less. Like it looks like only around half of the swarm is remaining. You're starting to get surrounded by dead bats around you, which is kind of cool. Dane, you can see this.
Like, oh fuck
Just
yeah.
bat-
I'm
just
like
bats.
looking at her
Do you
shield.
have, do you have bats on your shield now?
Yes, you have bats on your shield now.
Wait, would
Like,
I
I'll
have
go-
had bats on my shield when that 21 happened?
No.
Okay, because then that would have been a 22.
Well, technically, you're not supposed to get it until you actually defeat the swarm of bats, but I'm
It's
doing
like,
it after
you
half
can
damage because that
Okay.
physically affects the swarm.
I'm like watching and like it kind of looks like there's the bat. It's kind of like half
It's starting
bat.
to form, yeah.
Yeah.
You just see it slowly being etched by some sort of magical powers.
The
Dane's
essence.
thinking in his head. He's like,
22 to hit from that swarm.
shit. Dane's thinking in his head. He's like,
Doesn't
if I
matter.
steal the kill, that'll go away.
You raise your shield with like the picture of bats on it, and they
On my roll.
fly around it and still bite into you for one
Just 1 point.
cute
That's
little
a-
damage.
That's a fuck you
I'll
point.
take it just for the. That's funny.
Let's say the shield blocks most of them, and one lands on top of the shield and then bites your finger.
Yeah.
That is pretty entertaining.
Dane, it's your turn.
Dane yells. He goes, move! As he runs through, doing the difficult terrain.
Okay, roll me an intimidation check. DC
Fuck it.
14.
Fuck,
Oh.
dude. I roll a 2.
People are too fucking panicked. It's still difficult
Preoccupied.
terrain.
Take my half terrain. As I'm coming by, I will to take the bag from Arcs. Would it be an action?
Arcs doesn't know you're there, so you would have to like either way it's going to be an action. You either have to get them to pass you the bag, or physically take the bag from them.
Okay. Yeah. So I was like, Arcs, give me the bag. I reach and grab it.
Arcs,
I
do
had a
you
whole
give Dane the
plan,
bag?
and you're ruining it. So I kind of don't want to give it to you.
Well, I had a whole plan too, and that was my plan. Reaching and grabbing the bag.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not
you
gonna be
can't
able
get
to
up
do
to the front very fast.
Yeah, but that doesn't really fucking matter. I'm not gonna.
But
be
you
able
have
to do
lower
it.
AC. Fine. I hand him the bag.
Jesus.
Okay, Dane, you have the bag.
I had a whole poem.
That was your turn, yes?
This is like in football when you like you
Yes.
do all the yards to get to the end zone, and then like right before
Oh,
the
well,
end
hey,
zone you
that's
hand
how
it
you
to your
bonus
Oh,
action.
then
teammates.
are you gonna dash?
Yeah, I'm about to.
Okay.
I'm about to dash
can-
60 feet that
I
way.
think- Yeah, dash, hide, disengage. Or before
Attacking
roads.
you, Arcs, 7 is not going to hit.
Nope.
At the top of the next turn order, then we're going to have Cinna and Kat have now caught up, and so have the guards.
Hi guys.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't get that stuff. What were you talking about, Rance?
Rogue first level ability should be like dash, hide, disengage as a bonus action.
I then use intimidate and I say, "Move, people, move."
I say make a hole, make a hole.
I will roll for intimidation to scare the people.
Okay.
No, because
allow
that's
it.
cutting action, isn't it?
Yeah, that's second level.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
second
it's
level.
yeah,
Rance.
it's second level. Never mind.
59.
The
Oh, you-
people definitely start to clear
Oh my
for you.
god, why are you so
Kitty cat,
scary?
come here.
I have a +10 to intimidation.
Fuck. Oh, I know.
She has big scary mom energy.
God.
You
But,
want
like,
you
Oh,
want-
I thought the boobs just scared them.
you want initiative?
get that Karen
Yes,
energy.
roll,
It's
roll,
scary
roll me an
hot.
initiative.
Okay. Oh, I bet it's partly you came with a whole bunch of guards too, so.
That's
Yeah.
probably
Yeah,
the
so
red
you
hair,
also
actually.
have 2 guards behind you, and it's also the red hair. There's a lot going on there.
Yeah.
Okay, let me roll initiative for the guards real quick.
Damn it.
Dude, just getting fucking beaten out by everybody.
I'm getting eaten out by everyone. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Well, there are vampires here, so okay. So I would say with that intimidation roll, Dane and Arcs, you hear Kat is like coming up now. You can turn and see Kat and Cinna with 2 guards in tow, are approaching the church here now. Arcs, it's your turn. You just gave the bones to Dane.
Yeah. Well, I guess if Dane has the bones, he'll figure out getting them to provide sanctuary or whatever they do for the church. Arx doesn't know. Arx doesn't know how some of that works. And they're gonna continue to attack the bats.
Okay, roll attack. 8
I'm
is going
gonna
to miss.
attack the bats again.
Go for it. 9 is going to miss.
You're having performance anxiety because all your friends are showing up.
Yeah.
All your friends have showed up, and you didn't want to give the bag to Dane, and then you did, and now you're really flustered, and so you're just not connecting on your hits.
What
It happens to the best of us.
I need to check the distance on something real quick.
So while she's doing that,
Within range, 60 feet.
while she's doing that, I like to think low hits like an 8 and a 9. Maybe you still hit creatures, but you just don't do it with the force required to deal damage. Right?
Yeah.
So,
I've thought about that too. Jake, your camera's on focus.
You're a little bit blurry.
So as my bonus action,
I'll fix
I'm
it.
going to cast Shield of Faith on Dane, so
Okay.
that at least he can be, help some. So you have a +2 to your AC.
Thank you.
Oh yeah. Okay,
You're
Dane, you
welcome.
can see that shimmery force glow around you, and you're a little bit more defensible now.
Yep. And it's up to 10 minutes, so you'll have it a while.
Okay, Kat, it's your turn.
Are these the bats right here?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
There are you run up and you can see the chaos. You tell everyone to move, and there are 2 swarms of bats that are swarming around Dane and Arx in front of you,
Gotcha.
as well as a couple other villagers.
Okay, I do 1 and 1, so 1 Eldritch Blast for one for the other, and then
Okay.
I go Eldritch Blast.
Okay, the one on the left is going to hit. I'm assuming it's going to be left and then right, because that's how we read in English. Okay. 5 damage. Okay, so you knock out a couple more bats, and they
then
fall
and then
down.
yell at Arx, and I'm like, Arx, for the captain!
The captain.
No clue what that means.
Yeah.
Yeah, Arx is just like,
No context.
what, captain?
Don't worry about it. You're doing a fantastic job. I'm very proud of you. Keep fucking those bats up. Let's go.
Thanks.
Okay. The guard behind you is going to also yell for the captain. He's just really psyched about his fucking captain. And every time you yell it, he just gets more motivated. So he runs up and he's going to take 2 short sword swings at these bats here.
Bats have a lower AC, which is good for these
both
guards.
both of them are going to hit. Okay, that's the first one is going to be enough to take it out. So the guard runs up and starts and just like stabs the rest of the bats down.
I look at Senna's shield real quick as soon as those bats
Makes a
die.
kebab.
He makes a kebab. This is the most competent you've ever seen these guards. For those of you who have been fighting alongside the guards.
I haven't seen the guards fight, so I just think they're always great.
Yeah,
Tiny
no, Arx
things.
and Dane have not seen them.
They've been trained to hit tiny things, not one large thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They
Senna, it's your
snipe
turn.
ravens out of the air.
Okay, I'll move into the church through the now hole that's there.
Yep, there's no more difficult terrain except for like
Um,
that fucking middle there.
And then let's see, movement there. That was about 10 feet. And then I'll move the rest of my movement over to the wall, I guess, to the
Okay.
right, and then shoot off a firebolt because that's all I'm good for. 14.
Okay, 14 is gonna hit.
Okay, perfect. Doing 7 fire.
7 fire damage. Okay, you firebolt blast. Charred bats start to drop out of the sky
Does it smell good?
around Arx there.
I've never had bat before.
Charred.
Smells like
Does it smell like
coronavirus.
the dead animal in my teaching lab?
It
Ugh.
smells. It's a little too burnt. It doesn't smell.
dang it.
It doesn't smell properly cooked.
I gotta adjust
Maybe
my
if you rolled a little bit higher, it would have been. But
You over and undercook them at like the same time.
Yeah, I burn it and yeah. The
Okay.
insides raw.
This guard has no room to attack at all.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say, what is he gonna fucking do? He is going to run in after Stina. After like fighting alongside her, we'll say that this is one of the this is one of the guards that the one that was firing the crossbow from the corner that also fought in the alleyway alongside you. You're kind of buddies now.
Wait, is Michael
and
still
he's
there or is he gone?
what's
Oh,
that?
your injured guy is gone. I'm pretty sure.
My
The
guy
the
gone.
two injured ones tried to take care of the bodies.
Yeah.
They,
Do we-
they decided that they weren't going to be as helpful, and so they left.
Do we see what's going on throughout the church? Like, do we see kind of the bats that are up at the top, or no?
Yeah. So Cinna, make me a perception check.
Okay, yeah.
DC 13.
Okay. Not the most perceptive, but yeah.
No, there's another crowd
much
of
going on.
people
Yeah.
in the middle of the church. You look up to see what else is going on. You see more panicked people. A lot of the lanterns are out. It's looking pretty dim, and there's just so many people that are moving around. Okay. That guard is just going to move and is going to he'll just take a dodge action because he can't get up in the fight. He's not going to try and shoot in at bats while there's a bunch of people around.
Yeah,
Just doesn't make any
fine,
sense to
okay.
him. Okay, that swarm of bats is dead. Dane, it's your turn. You have the bones now.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna dash past these bats. I'll take the opportunity attack.
Okay. They are going to
Imagine you like.
bite.
Imagine you like run
Yeah.
through them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you run through them and they all bite into you. 7 piercing damage.
Sounds cool. 7. There we go. I'm still good.
Okay.
That was 60. And I'm gonna shout right here because talking is a free action in it.
In it.
Yes, it is.
I'm gonna yell at these people. Go get out of my way!
Roll in persuasion or intimidation.
It's really funny. Persuasion is one of the ones. So it's gonna be 17.
Okay. They are perceptive to it, and they start to fuck off.
God.
I'm gonna leave these two here because I don't feel like moving them.
No, you're good.
But
They're out of my way.
They at least clear a space in front of you enough to see that at the end of the at the front of the church there, you see Father Lucian is fighting his own swarm of bats. It looks like they have definitely bitten into him.
Uh-huh.
And so like you can see like little small bites of blood sort of
Do I
like
see,
dripping
like-
from like his arms and everything.
Do I see like any dead bats on the ground?
It doesn't look like there's any dead bats on the ground. So
Okay.
it looks like he's losing this battle right now.
Oh fuck.
But that was your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. It is going to be the other swarm of bats here. They're going to keep attacking arcs
Yeah.
if they can. 17 to hit.
Nope.
Okay, that's their turn. Arcs, it's your turn. In one more turn, we'll have actually no, with this turn, because there was a vampire spawn that was a head of 6. This turn we're going to have that spawn enter the initiative.
Ah, spooky.
Spooky, spooky.
Eh, spoopy skeletons.
Was this the one that got hit in the leg by Dane?
Yes, this is the one that was hamstrung and then surged ahead,
Okay.
ahead of you.
Yeah.
And they are going to roll initiative. This is Namira, the woman vampire who was the first to sort of like take the lead on the whole bones thing. Okay.
Bones.
Good. That's good.
Delete that. Okay. Arcs, it is your turn. You are still surrounded by the swarm of bats.
You know what I'm gonna do? Attack the bats.
Attack those bats. 19 hits.
8.
8 damage. It's going to not deal as much as you were hoping for. But you still knock a few bats down. It looks like you knock them down to half their swarm size. Noticeably a smaller group of bats.
You know what I'm gonna do?
What are you gonna
Attack
do?
the bats.
Attack those bats. 25 hits.
9.
Okay. It's going to be about the same damage that you do to them.
Cool. That's all I got.
They're definitely looking weaker. There's only so many bats left. Kat, it's your turn.
Perfect.
But you can actually hear with the people like getting out of the way. There's like the whole chirping noises of the bats and everything. But there's enough to hear that you can hear like someone running up behind you. And you turn and you can see that it's one of the vampires that's just like running up to the church after you.
You hear the gasping breath of someone who's been smoking since they were 13 years old.
I turn around really fast, and before I do that, I look at the guard right here and say, "Watch." Or wait, hold on, I can't see it. Watch my back. And then I look at her, and I look her like dead in the eyes, and I'm like, "Be afraid." And then I cast fear on her.
I thought you said wash my back.
That's later.
While Noom is sucking on her toes.
You must roll a DC 15 wisdom throw.
Wisdom save? Okay. 12. Fails.
Oh, that's great.
Now she has to dash away from me. She's very scared.
Okay.
And then while I do that, I make myself really big.
Does she have to use her reaction, or is it on her turn?
I think. Let me just send it over really fast.
It's their turn.
Each creature in a 30-foot cone, you can target on just that
The
one,
creature must
or
take
drop
a
whatever
dash
it's holding.
action and move away on each of its turns.
So I'm
Okay.
just gonna keep moving. I'm gonna move forward to her a little bit.
Okay.
Just like, and then like get kind of in the middle, so like I'm kind of like almost like corralling her, so like she can't get to anybody else.
Okay. Yeah, on her turn, you know that she is going to have to run. You can see she looks at you and she sees something in your face, and you can only guess at what it is that she sees in you, but it scares her shitless. You actually see like hesitation, you see doubt, you see
The confidence
fear,
of
This
the
bitch only got
confidence of a
12 toes.
successful businesswoman.
and she turns her posture as if about to run.
Oh yeah. I'm like, be scared, bitch. Fuck off.
Okay, is that your turn?
Yes, that's it.
Okay. It is now going to be the guard that is nearest to Arx, that is just in the doorway, that was attacking the previous swarm. They're going to step up alongside you against this swarm, and is going to take a couple short sword swings at this swarm here. Only one of them is going to hit, though. For 5 damage. Okay. Okay. There's only just like there's basically just a couple bats left. They're just like circling around each other and like swooping just like one at a time. But it's like it's not scary anymore because there's just only so many. Cinna, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna move 30 feet up into the church. At this stage, would I see what's going on? Since
Yes.
like,
At
people
this
have
stage,
moved?
at this
Okay.
stage, you see the head of the church where Father Lucian is fighting against his own swarm of bats.
Ah, damn. I get 120 feet on my firebolt, and I'm
So
I'm
close.
130 away. So
Just run
that'll
up.
be
Oh, you're dead.
that'll be probably Net's turn then. I will turn back towards the fire, the bats, and
Okay.
from this angle, would I see the vampire as well? I'm kind of along the side, but
If you can draw a straight line from the middle of you through to the middle of them without going through the wall,
Okay,
nope, you
then
can't
yeah.
see them.
cool. Then I'll aim for
All you
the.
see is cat.
Yeah, I'll aim for some of the bats that are flying in the air.
Me.
Okay.
Here it goes. Where's my character sheet? Here it goes in 2 seconds.
I'm surprised none of you have like done a crit on an attack yet.
Oh,
Say,
dude, we just
no, hold on. Say that
She
again.
just did that after this.
Say that again.
No, I'm tempting fate right now
Damn it.
because there's only like 2 bats left. 15 is gonna hit.
Okay. Doing 19 fire. That is almost max. Oh no, it's not.
That obliterates these last 2. They're just weakly flying around each other, and the fireball just fucking like explodes through one and then chars the other.
Nice. Okay.
So you see a firebolt arcs in front of you, just takes out these last couple of bats, and they fall dead in front of you, and now you are no longer surrounded by bats.
Yeah, I like to imagine. I guess not imagine, because this is what Arx would do, just as like
Mhm.
talking, just like, why does everybody take all my kills?
Yeah, because the bats that was forming on your shield are gone now.
Okay. It is now going to be the guard that was following you, Cinna. They are actually going to keep following you.
Okay.
They are going to take a dash action, and they're going to run
out of the
past
way.
you. Yeah, they're going to run past you, and as they're running, they're going to say, they're going to say, I'll charge, I'll be your shield,
Aw.
because they have shields, just like kind of weak ones. I think they have shields. I don't know.
I probably
They
have
do
a
in the
cooler-
picture.
I have a cooler shield though.
Their shields are kind of crappy though.
Yeah. I think my IC is higher, so
What was this? What was
Most
the priest's name? Lucian?
Father
Father
Lucian.
Lucian.
Brother Lucian.
Okay, Dane, it is your turn.
You know, I just measured out where I was gonna go, and I completely ignored where I was supposed to put it. Right there. Right there. I'm going. So I look at him, and I go, "Daddy Lucian!" And I hold up the bag, and I point the bones.
He looks at you. And he's got like blood stains like coming down from from his scalp, just like kind of like staining his face a little bit. And he's got like his hands are sort of like glowing with white energy, with a little bit of like magical steam coming off of them, as if he's like in mid battle. And he points over to the altar behind him, and he says, "Under the altar, hurry!"
And then, shit. Okay. Actually, yeah, that's all I can do. I'll do it until I get there the next turn.
Okay. It is that vampire spawn's turn, and they're going to yeet
Fuck
themselves
right
out of this
off.
scene. They are just going to fuck right off.
They're gonna get
Yeet.
right the fuck out of here.
Okay, we are now at the top of the turn order. 6, you enter the scene with the other vampire spawn. You see the woman vampire that was like running ahead of you is now running past you. And the man and then the guy vampire that you were running alongside and like doing with is like, "Namira, where are you going?"
Yeah, you
go
bitch.
ahead. Go ahead and roll initiative.
All right.
I'm gonna have the other one.
And
Watch
then I
this
look,
where Rant's good as Natty. Oh damn.
oh, shit. I look at 6. I'm like, hey, I scared her off. I did it.
Shit. Oh man, my heart's pounding.
You look winded. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm doing okay. I wanted. So they've already run past me. Oh,
Yes.
oh, that's one beside me. Okay.
Yes. I just introduced the same token.
And
because
six is going in and like sees the one go past him, and this one's coming up on me. Probably like hops out of the shadows,
Mhm.
and 6 look at Cat and goes, "Another one incoming!"
Yeah, there's one like literally right behind. There's one that's like literally like right behind 6. That's like doing the whole like scary monster run after him, just like, "Oh, I'm gonna get you," but like it's actually scary instead of hilarious.
Little green boy.
Okay. Now.
Big champ.
You guys are running in there. There's a little bit of a scene of chaos. There's dead bats everywhere. 6, as you're running up. You can see Arx is actually bleeding from a couple places from like these tiny bites. You can kind of put 2 and 2 together and see what happened. You see a guard in there. Kat is just kind of out here. Her hands are like smoking a little bit with like the sort of like magical afterburn from the Eldritch Blast.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of you guys really only hear this. Cinna, you see it. Dane, you definitely see it because it happens right in front of you. But the rest of you just hear this deep laughter. This and in front of you, Dane, the swarm of bats that is around that is swirling around Father Lucian, it looks like some of the bats start to like
Coalesce.
densify together, start to coalesce, and this dark shape starts to take form. And as you're watching, this dark form grows into a person. Let me see if I have a thing for this.
About to see Daddy Strahd for the first time.
Papa Strahd. Papa!
The man you saw riding a flaming nightmare. So dark shape forms in the center and grows to be the size of a tall, pale man. The man you saw riding a flaming nightmare across the sky. The Lord of Barovia, Count Strahd von Zarovich, stands before you, his red eyes piercing into you, and lantern light glinting off of sharpened fangs as his lips curl into a smile.
Smile
He
back
looks
at
at
him,
you-
but not like because I want to, but it's because my take is really kicking in right now.
Sure. He looks at you and he extends his arm outwards, as if in greeting. And as he does so, the swarm of bats that is right here actually like flutters up to the rafters. Like as in response, he extends his arms, and the bats like flutter around him and go and hang upside down, up in the rafters at the top of the church there. You hear his voice booming over the screams of what is left of the mobs of people in here. Welcome, travelers from beyond the mists of Barovia. You're finally all here. Now, take a seat. The
Didn't you just
dust
talk to me?
service is about to begin.
You hear Cinna from the back. I hate monologues.
I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
No. Shut up. You heard everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shut the fuck
I
up.
finally got my sermon.
Let me have my
he's
goddamn
monologuing.
villain entrance.
Yeah, I run forward and shoot a firebolt.
Okay. Arcs, it is your turn. You heard this, you know he's there. It's far away, but it's too far away to really like see, but you know what the fuck is going on.
What the fuck is going on? You have Expeditious Retreat still?
Yes, I have one more first level spell slot.
Well, do you still have it from before, too?
Oh shit! It lasts till I decide it doesn't last anymore, so I should.
How does that
There should
work?
be a time limit.
Yeah, how does that?
Oh
10
no,
minutes,
it's up to
probably?
10 minutes. We're over 10 minutes.
Are we?
Yeah.
But
Okay.
yeah, I just from when I used it way back.
It's
I'd
been
assume
10
so.
minutes since you left the Coffin Maker shop.
Yeah, so I could still use it even now and take a dash action and get almost to where Dane is, I think. Just a second, I gotta zoom out to test
No, 'cause
full
you
range
did.
real quick. It would be 90 feet if I used it.
Indeed, there.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna. Oh wait, it's concentration.
Okay, so.
Does
Shield
Dane
of
still
Faith.
want his shield of faith?
Yes. Concentration still.
Get rid of it. I can use my own thing if I need extra.
Yeah, so we're gonna cast Expeditious Retreat.
My shield. No.
And so that will allow me, even in that same bonus action, get a dash, use that as an action, use my full movement. I'll move the full 90 feet up there. That's here.
All right. So you use your full action to send yourself up there.
Can't take me a little bit of time.
Oh,
to
good.
walk up there.
It is now Strahd's turn. Let me see what the range on this is. It's 30 feet. Perfect. Oh my goodness.
Oh god. Oh my goodness.
Maybe I shouldn't have.
You
Oh, well.
fucked up, Arx.
Oh,
You
okay,
should've ran
he'll
over
step
here.
forward.
I gotta say I used that spell slot.
Okay, so Strahd now very casually strolls up in front of the altar bar that's right there. He's got just a casual lean against it as he stares right at you, Dane. And he says, "Very good. You've brought me exactly what I desired, though I was expecting it to be in other hands. They will come to me nonetheless, and I will finally have my justice. Come here, Dane. Give me the bones." And as you hear these words, they just reverberate in your ears. Give me the bones. And his voice, his presence is just overpowering you. And you feel almost compelled to do exactly what he says. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
No, you're not within 10 feet of me! Fuck, my thing's not helpful!
Yeah. Yes.
Oh,
Savannah,
good.
look.
Oh, shit! No.
Yes.
Have a thing for a reason. Like, worked it into the story.
I got a 22. It's
Also,
okay.
Jake-
I know,
Shut the fuck up, stop metagaming.
but I'm still happy. But, like, I'm still sad. Whatever.
So
I don't think I will.
How do you respond? You obviously don't listen. You break out of his magic.
I go, "You aren't my master," but in a cooler way. No, actually, it's exactly how I said it. Actually, I take that back.
And you're like, was that cool?
You aren't my master, sir. That's how he says it.
You say sir?
Yeah. Still giving him the respect he deserves because I don't want to fucking die.
Interesting. You're stronger than I expected.
Me? I didn't expect that either. He's really fucking scared.
After
So
all
You have
your
a
fucking
problems with your addiction, I expected you to hand it right over, but you've made things more interesting, impressive.
Give
Kat,
him a
it's your
bow
turn.
when he says impressive.
Did Kat see anything going on over there?
She
I
for
don't
sure
know.
heard it.
You heard it. You can't
Kat,
see
you
it.
heard it. You're way too far away to see it, but you hear it and you can feel his presence.
Okay, I yell, "You said you wouldn't hurt them!" And then I cast fear on this vampire really fast, so she goes away. Give me a 15.
I'll give you exactly what you want, buddy.
Okay.
You asked for it.
Yeah.
Damn it.
And then I go, ah!
Trying to talk big game.
And I go, ah!
Okay. That vampire now see what you just keep doing this. They keep seeing this thing in you. You just don't know what it is, but like there is this look on their face that just like shakes them to their core, and you're just displaying this presence that is completely controlling them.
It's the image of me as an ML, when I first started my MLM. I'm just like, hi. I have a hat on and everything. Oh, it's so good. Okay, yeah, she's
Okay.
gone. And then I try to mosey my way up, so I'll go 30 feet. Put me right.
Sorry, man.
Oh, I should also have Father Lucian enter the initiative. That's my bad.
Yeah, real quick. Also, are these bats right here are gone now? Is that what you said?
Yes, they are up in the rafters.
Okay, cool.
They've sort of like set themselves aside for all this other shit to go down.
Come on, what's his role?
I'm still pulling up his character sheet. I completely forgot
No,
about
you're
him.
good. You're good. I've got a plan. If you like,
Oh,
Wow.
shit. Good roll.
Wow, what ballers!
That's funny because he's supposed to go right after Cat.
I know it's a good thing I remembered.
He's not Father Lucian. He's priest.
that's dead.
He's dead. He's not Father Lucian. He's
That's
dead.
what
Daddy
that's what I
Lucian.
said when I pointed at the bones, and everybody ignored it. I said, "Daddy Lucian with the bones."
I
Dane, I
decided
think-
just to ignore you.
Dane, I think you should probably get to the altar. I think it's like a capture the flag situation, maybe.
So
Like go down
I
the
was
stairs.
kind of hoping he would roll after me or before Strahd, but he did before me and after Strahd.
The worst spot possible.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Is the altar? So it was underneath the altar. Is the altar at least open so I could just run over there and slam dunk it in?
it's not. It's gonna take an action to open it.
Nice. Dunk it in.
Can I?
We'll see what you can do.
I feel like
there-
the priest
there's a few
would
people-
do it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, 'cause
Like,
We'll just
can I
see what
try-
happens. Yeah, let's
Yeah.
just see what.
I'm just gonna show.
Okay. So Father Lucian steps forward, and he picks up a mace. It looks like he had dropped it earlier. He picks up a mace, and he walks over to Strahd, and he looks at him and says, "I am not afraid of you. Your darkness will not last where we can still create light. You have not been welcome here in 100 years, and you are still not welcome here." And he is going to try and attack with that mace.
Wow, what a move.
It's not going to hit, as you
Oh.
can imagine.
Yeah, really?
Let me also change this. Okay. So he swings, and Strahd, without even turning around, just sidesteps it. And he misses. Just the fucking no looker. And at that moment, at the end of Father Lucian's turn, Strahd's gonna take a legendary action. And
A legendary act?
Of course he has.
a legendary
those.
action.
It's just like fuck
He's-
you. I want to do whatever
it's
I
Strahd.
want. So
In the campaign Curse of Strahd, yes, he has boss actions. He's gonna take a legendary action, and he's going to just wheel around and just smack the fuck out of Father Lucy and just backhand him.
unarmed strike.
God.
Okay, 1d4.
Less.
Oh, that's not as
14.
scary as I thought it'd be. Holy
What?
sh!
You say that?
What the fuck?
This
You lied to me, Jake. That's 1d8 plus 4, and then plus 46 necrotic.
Shit.
He backhands Father Lucian,
Fuck.
and Father Lucian just like his neck just snaps
Oh, fuck.
with the power of his hit, and you see just and you can see like necrotic energy just bleeds out of him. It's like flowing at the same rate that there's blood. He is smacked aside and just goes the fuck down. And Strahd turns around and he says, I think it's about time that Vallaki stops its silly practice of worshipping false gods. There are no other deities in Barovia. I have made sure of it. And now it's going to be the guard that is in the back of the church, around the doors.
Did you not hear me? I said don't hurt them. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, it's almost like he doesn't listen. It's almost like he's doing his own thing. It's almost like you don't control him.
I mean, technically, he hasn't hurt any of us yet.
He's going to. He's gonna fuck you all up.
Okay, this guard is going to this guard is like enraged by what he's seeing, and he's just going to take his dash action and start sprinting up ahead to try and do something about this. The religious leader of the community was just strucken down by this threat that they thought that they were immune from, and he's just going to race forward. Senna, it's your
No.
turn.
Don't go. You're going to certainly die. Cat yells at this man.
Going to certainly die.
Blends.
Well, I will move 30 feet forward. I will say, we'll be here. I will say, get the bad to the altar. And
You say that out loud, just like that.
yeah, and I'll say, we'll see what a firebolt can do to.
So no, it's gotta go under the altar.
Yeah, I know. Get the bad to the downstairs altar. Yeah, and then firebolt on Strahd.
Get there downstairs.
Has a 15 luck.
He
Can
just
I use my
very
1d8
casually.
for inspiration?
Yeah, you can.
Cool. I think it's time. 23. 22.
Okay.
Whatever that is.
So with your inspiration, with Cat's energy just like guiding you, you launch a bolt forward, and you know that your aim is just so true, and he just very casually just waves his fingers in front of him, and this magical force field just up in front of him, and it splashes against that shield, and he takes no damage, and he just seems so amused by your actions there.
It's okay, I can do that a bunch of times. Good luck.
Okay. It is the guard that was defending you and your honor for whatever reason is going to go.
Just pimp
And
shit.
what is the range here? 100 feet. What's the range on a crossbow? On a heavy crossbow? Anyone know?
80, 120. Or 80, 300?
Yeah, 120 long range.
I don't know. I don't use those.
It's
there's a
100,
key cat.
400.
Oh, 400. Okay. Heavy
Yeah,
crossbow.
100, 400, and if he moves up to 40 feet away, or if he moves up to his speed, he is going to move up to his speed, and he is going to take shelter behind this pew here, giving him half cover, and he is going to take aim, and he is going to try and fire his crossbow at Strahd. And he
Yeah.
yells out, "We're not afraid of you!" And just wildly misses. Maybe if you weren't shaking so much, you may have gotten closer with that.
Mm.
It's now the vampire spawn's turn. they're just going to leave because Kat told them to.
Damn.
Nice.
Okay.
Before Dane runs up there, he's gonna look. So there's still people in here, right?
Yeah. Yes.
He's gonna go-
They've basically stopped in fear. There's
go-
people like on their way out. And they're just like,
He's gonna go. What are y'all doing? Stand up and fight! Try to get him to throw shit at him.
give them a persuasion check. This one's gonna be a DC 20.
That sounds like something Alistair would do. Oh shit.
Woo! Okay.
God.
The three.
I'm
We'll
gonna
say the
put
three.
no
People,
reaction, and I'm disappointed.
the three people that are closest to you. Wait, you think they're gonna make a difference? That's cute.
They're
The
not. I
three
just
people
want people to
closest to
distract
you
him.
are like turned to you, and they're shaken from their stupor. The people that are back here are motivated enough to like sort of like start moving again and leave. These three here are motivated to actually do something. They're gonna act in the same turn, and I'll go ahead and roll initiative for them.
Okay, and then I'm just gonna.
Peasants. 1d20 peasants.
Was this like a little like right here?
Hold
this
on
is
a
like a
second.
little like. Okay.
Oh, it's one of the. It's like the altar bars, you know,
Is it like-
where
is
you
it
kneel
like-
down to pray.
Oh, cool. So I could step right over it. It's not gonna bother me.
I would say it's probably at least waist height. So if you go directly into it, it's gonna be difficult terrain to cross it.
Okay, I'm already.
Hey, you got a 12.
Hey.
Oh my god, I'm so fucking sick of
Tootsies.
this.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'll just go through. I just don't want to. I just need to be fight. I just don't want to go through him. So yeah, I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna dash anyway because I have to. So I'll get right here.
So you dash in a way that specifically avoids him.
Yeah, it puts me like 6 feet away from like if you had like a, you know what I mean? So like he couldn't
Yeah.
reach me, so I'd stay out of his out of his way, and then
Sure.
because it's 15 and I dashed and I got here is exactly 45 from where I was.
Okay, yeah. So you run over it and you basically just like leap.
I'm like-
just like hurdle yourself over the
Yeah.
over the bar there. Now, where do you think you were going?
Right here, sir.
Okay, so it's now going to be the villager. It's not going to be the villager's turn. We'll say that they move up here and they find some broken pieces of pew or something, and they're going to try and throw it at Strahd. We'll make 3 just raw d20s on the attacks.
Oh my god, they suck!
That one rolled a 1. Fuck.
1 crit failed.
Fuck. It's fine though. I just want them to
they're
be
gonna roll
cannon
a
fodder.
D10.
That's all they are.
Wow, okay. You've already killed someone today, so just
What's
keep
3
going.
more?
This would probably be a good
Um,
I'm higher than Strahd right now.
yeah. So he So the I did it in order. So like the woman in the back throws one, and it just like goes off in just a horribly wrong direction. Like it looks like it just like split a different direction out of her hand, and you just hear her. You're just like, Splinter. Six. It is finally your turn.
Finally.
Ooh.
Oh, you're
okay.
in this too. Welcome.
Yeah.
Finally, after
I'm so sorry. It's been so hard to get you involved.
No, you're good. This is perfect.
Six, I need you to run 170 feet in this action.
Well, he can get exactly 60. I'm gonna dash as an action all the way up there. And then how far away can I do this? Oh, it's being 30 feet. Yeah, it's a bit farther. Far as that. I already did my action, so I can't do that. Shit. Oh. Okay. Yeah.
It's big roughs out here.
Yeah, he's at this point he's just focusing on getting to the altar, so he's just gonna keep booking it up there. He's focused on getting up there to help Dane. So that's gonna be my action.
Okay.
Any bonus actions?
Arcs.
Oh, I'm
Bonus action.
I can't. Are you within 15 feet of me, Senna? I can't really.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I'm trying to think of anything I can do to help Senna with my bonus. Yeah, just trying to like help bolster the resolve of Senna. Six comes in and like kind of whispers to Senna. It's like, I'm coming in to help. And yeah, that's the
All right,
best
Arcs,
that I
it's
can
your-
do at the moment.
Arcs,
Yeah.
it is your turn.
Yeah, so I've been going through a couple possible options in my head. And I think the best option is I'm going to use my movement and then my dash, or not my action dash, but my bonus action from Expeditious Retreat to go up. Essentially, yeah, right up there. Kind of serve as like a barrier between Strahd and Dane. So essentially get right up. It's going to take me like right there. But right up so that I'm kind of between Strahd and Dane. Help serve as barrier to Dane while he does his stuff. And then, because I have not used it yet this rest, I am going to use my channel divinity to conjure duplicate.
Arcs, can you move up just a tad more?
No, I don't think I. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I was right here. Oh, helps if I actually measure. I was right here.
Fuck it. I think that. Thomas,
That's
does that
right
work?
at 60 feet.
Thomas, does that work?
That measures. That says 10 and 10.
It's 10, right?
Or It's 10 feet.
I'm just prepping for this next turn.
I think you're once. I think you're too far over. You're not 10 feet. Arcs would need to be just a step forward or a step to the right.
Can you go just a little to the right, Arcs?
I don't know if this counts as a little to the right.
Go a step to the right.
I don't. I think it's just too far. I'm sorry.
Fuck. I really
Just
want-
slightly.
You're complaining about your plus 10 you can give me, and you can't even give it to me again.
It's not a plus 10. It's just plus 4.
Oh, plus 4, whatever it was.
But within 10 feet.
You know,
Yeah.
just
It's fine, whatever
survive
happened-
next round.
Whatever
Mm.
happens, happens.
Survive next round, or discount Dracula's nets detach, and then open the altar and then go down there.
Oh, wait. Okay, so anyway, I'm still using Conjure Duplicate with Channel Divinity as my action. That has not changed. Want to check something with you. So if it says you can cast spells as though you were in the illusion space, but you use your own senses, does that mean my Aura of Protection, I don't know if it really counts as a spell, would
Does it know?
still...
It only goes on you, on the
That's
main.
what I thought. It was worth asking. But I figured that was the answer. Anyway, yeah, still using Conjure Duplicate, so now there will be 2 of me. I will literally just drag a second me up here. And I'm going to have him within 30 feet, so I'm just going to have him here. And that way I create a wall of arcs between Dane and Strahd.
Hey everybody, I'm sorry. I don't have much longer. I apologize.
It's only 9
Okay.
o'clock. Why?
You don't have much longer, like, to live?
No, on
Are you dying?
on the game.
Are you gonna fall asleep, or you guys see your girlfriend?
No, my girlfriend's going. Usually we're done by 9, so I said 9:30. So I just want to make sure.
Break up with her. This is more important.
Shit. I think. So you said it's on 9:30? Let's just keep going then.
Going.
But yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. At the end of your turn, Strahd going to take another legendary action. This one is to be able to move his speed without provoking opportunity attacks. So as you move in to block him, you just see him almost like lightning fast, just like zip, zip, and zips right past you.
Well, my
and is
plan
suddenly
didn't
standing
work.
next to Dane. I actually planned to do earlier, but he stands next to Dane. And Dane, you just saw him just sort of like blink away. You saw him like sort of like zip, and you saw like that wall of arcs probably felt a little bit safe, and you feel a hand
I
on
did
your
feel safe.
shoulder.
I did feel safe for a second.
You feel a hand on your shoulder, and you hear a voice in your ear that says, "Please, don't stand in the way of justice." And he reaches down and he tries to take the bag from you. So make a contested athletics check.
Oh.
Uh,
Yeah, dang.
So he's standing behind you. It's super creepy. It's very intense. You can feel the weirdest thing is that you expect to feel his breath on the back of your neck, but you just don't feel anything. As he says those words, you just hear it. And he reaches down and you can feel the strength of his arm. Just you try to resist, but he just pulls it away, and he is now in possession of the bag. Kat, it's your turn.
Fuck. Shit. I don't think I can even do anything. I'm this far away. Okay. I have an idea. I don't know if that's far enough though. Hold on. Oh yeah, no, I don't know. I don't think it's gonna work at all. Yes. I was gonna try to Eldritch Blast the bag out of his hand, but I can't really do anything from here, so I'm just gonna dash and go 60.
Move up 30 feet, and would that make any?
Oh shit, it would. Yeah, actually, yeah.
It's just real quick. I know.
He's undead.
Okay. It's just.
what are you
like he's-
smelling?
Yeah. What's this undead?
Is it
It's not
pepper?
because it's not like rotting.
What does undead smell like?
Is it like
so
basil?
we've come across undead before, like the zombies, and they smell like rotting flesh. I feel like Strahd's not rotting. You know what I mean? I feel like he doesn't have a smell.
No, I feel like he'd smell like.
Oh,
You have.
Like
I mean, your
gross
smell can
blood.
tell that it.
It's undead. It's, let's see.
Does he have prestidigitation? He can smell whatever he wants to be.
all right.
That's
Thomas,
true.
I'm going to aim my 2 Eldritch Blasts at the bag. I am exactly 120 feet away
At the bag?
You're gonna break the bag, and all the bones are gonna fly out.
at the bag.
Okay.
Doing at the bag to destroy the bag and the contents within.
You don't want to destroy the
contents- You
bones?
just want the bag destroyed, not the contents of.
Yeah, we want to keep the bones.
I'll give them a. They're smaller, but they're not moving. If you do want to do this, I'm going to say that it's going to be we'll call it like a 15 AC.
Okay, I got a 17.
The first one hits.
Okay. For 1.
For 1 damage.
How much health does a rucksack have?
What does the rucksack have? I don't want to hit Strahd in any trap. I just want to hit the bag.
Okay, for 1 damage, this is about as precision as you could have gotten. I was really hoping it wasn't going to come to this, but just like this little beam of eldritch energy, so like where he's holding the sack and everything, that little bit of space between contents and where he's actually holding, you just snipe that.
Oh fuck yeah.
With the 1 damage. If it would have been any more than that, then it would have like done more damage. But like with only 1 damage, that's only going to harm the bag itself. And so you shoot the bag open, and this pile of bones just falls out of his hands and scatters on the floor beneath him.
Yes.
And he looks down, and he looks over at you, Kat, and he says, "I don't understand what that was about.
I am also.
I don't think you've hindered or helped me in any way. But it's nice to see you again. I've been thinking
missed you
about
as well. It's good to see you.
didn't know what to do. I think Cat just like does like that.
Cat,
The fuck is
let
going
me destroy the bones of someone that the bones that belong to someone who committed treason in my own country, and I will leave. It is the Velaki guards' turn, and they are going to. They're gonna run up. They're gonna do what their buddy was doing, and they're gonna run up, and they're going to take shelter behind the pew, and they are going to take out their heavy crossbow and go pew.
on? Good crit, please.
Crit, 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 crit. 12.
That's going to miss.
Imagine.
And he just laughs. Oh, the defense of this town is just absolutely fantastic. Very amusing. I love it. Senna, it's your turn.
Okay. I don't say anything. I am still within 120, so you know what it's gonna be. 19.
19 misses.
Fucking A. Okay.
But we're gonna say that he dramatically waves his cape in front of him, and it just catches on his, and he just like whips the cape, like whips the firebolt just out of the air.
I feel like Dan gets slapped by a little bit of the frills on the end. Huff, tickles his nose a little.
Yeah, yeah, you do.
Stride, calm down.
And then I'll move a little forward. I'll maybe take cover behind this pew.
Okay. The next guard is going to take their shot. We won't stop trying to stop you.
Oh my god, you guys
and
suck!
It's a futile effort.
They look forward and they just shoot the pew in front of them.
God, these guys
Strahd
suck.
just laughs and laughs. This is just absolutely terrific. Dane, it's your turn.
So can I drop down and scoop the bones up in my arms?
I'm going to say that's going to take an action to scoop up these bones.
I say open the altar and then let Arts try.
Like, so that's the thing though. If I open the altar, he can just pick up the bones on his turn and fuck off.
Well,
That's what I'm
Arts
trying to
goes
prevent.
before you. Or before Strahd.
That's true. But is Ark's gonna open the altar? Because that's what I
Why
thought
can't
Ark's was
No,
gonna do.
you're gonna
last turn.
open the altar.
I hadn't been able to get to the altar yet.
Why can't we just have him destroy the bones? It's just bones.
Because they're sacred and they keep.
Yeah, the bones are what puts the protective thing around the town. That's why he's able to get in now.
Yeah.
I think so this is kind of metagaming, but if you open the altar with your turn, Dane, Arch can pick up
You're
the
right.
bones and then put the bones on the altar.
You're right.
I think the bones being in the altar itself is what.
We'll
Yeah,
keep
so-
him away.
Yeah.
Dane will just fucking. Yeah, Dane will just push the fucking altar open.
I mean, he's not a bad guy. He's just
He's just
Impressive.
misunderstood.
How many
Misunderstood.
fucking-
Okay.
How many
So
fucking
you-
people
He
have
just
died
killed.
here?
He just killed the father right in front of us,
Yeah.
and he's sent
We're
his
hitting him.
minions to
We're
kill a whole
hitting
bunch of
him.
people.
So you hit the activation switch and you can feel it rolling on wheels and you push open the altar, exposing like a sort of like pit with a ladder that goes down, and the lantern light just like shimmers on this empty slab that is open beneath you.
And I also
it is now
fall down the
yes.
hole.
You provoke an opportunity attack from Homeboy.
Oh, shit! I did. This motherfucker. Never mind then.
Okay. At the end of his turn, he is going to take a legendary action.
Oh,
to
actually,
attack you.
I will move here.
I think it
so-
might be a little too. Okay.
You know what I mean?
If you move, okay, yeah, sure.
Because I should still be in his range, so I
shift
don't
his
take an
position.
opportunity attack.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Still though, at the end of your turn, he is going to take a legendary action and reach for it and be like, I didn't want it to come to this, but you are really testing my patience. And he reaches forward and goes to swipe at you with his vampire claws
Miss.
for 11.
Miss.
Oh my god!
Can you just roll that to see what the damage would have looked like? Just to.
Nope. Not doing it.
God, I bet it would have killed me.
So
guys.
Dane, you dodge out of the way somehow,
Yeah.
but you do it.
Your heart's racing.
Yeah, he was like, he's gonna roll to hit you, and I was like, even if, like, goddamn.
Okay. These townspeople are going to do their improvised weapon attack again.
My God.
They're most certainly not going to. Oh, it's going to be 3 of them. That's right.
Oh my God.
Roll a 4.
Oh my God.
Not happening.
These guys suck.
Absolutely not happening.
Can't
Yeah,
complain. I
Six,
never
it's your
thought this
turn.
would happen in their lifetime.
Okay. So 6 is going to
Let me zoom down.
dash up as far as he can get, and on the way, he's gonna shout, "What was her name, Tursky?"
Who? Turchagon.
What?
Oh shit.
Laura's
this-
yelling at him for talking too loud.
He's like,
Yeah, we're in the fight with Strahd. Yeah, I'm sorry, I have to be loud.
Playing make believe right now. Leave me alone. God.
Yeah, so you yell at him, what was her name, Tursky, and he replies to you, and he says, "Who are you talking about, Turtagon?" Which you would know is a goblin phrase that means blood slave, which is basically someone who's so like in the context, or like the literal translation would be someone who's someone who's like who like owes something or like has like a blood oath to someone. In context though, what the term is more usually used for is to basically say someone whose blood does not belong to them.
Okay. And 6 is gonna use a bonus action to activate his Rite of Dawn in that moment. And let me. All right. So he just erupts with light, and he says, "Why did you kill her?"
I don't know what you're talking about.
Tatiana, was that her name?
You look at him and he grimaces, and this whole time it's just been this simple passive amusement, and his face contorts into pain and rage just for a second. And he closes his eyes and looks back at you and says, "I didn't kill her. You don't know anything about what you're talking about. This is not your world."
Damn, dude, your new piece is like right over there. I'd be careful with like the faces you're making.
And that's probably all he gets to shout as he's running up.
Okay. At the end of your turn, 6, he's going to turn to Arx, and he looks at you, Arx, in your sort of like double form, and he looks down at the bones, and he says, "If you touch them," and he leans over to Dane, "I will kill him. I didn't want to. He's interesting. He's fun. But his life will be forfeit, depending on what you do."
Dane's gonna say, "Arx, don't worry about me. This is about the whole village. Save them."
Uh-huh. I get to go now?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's your turn.
Before you do anything, Strahd, you promised me this wouldn't happen. And I look at you. Let him take the fucking bones. Doesn't fucking matter. He won't come back. He doesn't fucking give a shit. Just let him take the fucking bones. We're putting our lives in danger for no reason.
Your friends are standing in the way of Barovian law, Catharini. You have forced my hand
I'm dealing with it. 1 second, please.
Lukavi Andral committed treason, and for too long I have let that lay. No longer.
Can you do me a
Wait,
favor?
what treason?
Are you serious?
Arx has a question.
700 years ago, my brother was killed.
Get over it. It's been 700 years.
The darkness consumed him. And since I could not stop it myself, I turned to it for power. The power I thought would help me save the one I loved. And my people were afraid of this power. And yes, they acted in fear. But an attempt to murder their lord is an absolute act of treason that cannot be forgiven, regardless of cause. Andral, the man that you call saint, harbored the people that I only sought to bring to justice. Why do you deny this to me now?
I'm not denying you anything. Guys, what it doesn't once he gets the bones, he's gone. It doesn't matter at that point. Why are we still fighting him? We're all going to get our shit handed to us. There is literally no point in fighting him.
Catherini is right. She understands that there is no true safe place in this valley from the chaos that could consume them. She knows that this is inevitable. The people here, the towns, the societies that they have, unsustainable. My hand needs to be brought in order to ensure that this lawlessness, this force of fear, does not continue.
And think about this. If we weren't here, what? It would have prolonged it. It wouldn't have prolonged for what? Two more days? Shit, same stuff would have happened at the end of the day. You know, honestly, we were the catalyst for this. If we didn't go looking for him, who knows if this would have occurred. Let him have the bones. We don't need them. If he has them, he won't come bother this town. And if he does, what? We have to make decisions here, and this is the decision we can make. We can all die, and they can all die, or we can all live, and it's a coin flip at that point. You are all thinking irrationally at this point.
But how do we know he won't come back for him when they don't have protection anymore?
We don't. But
That's
right now,
that's the whole point. We can give them protection, and we know he can't come back.
Arx, he could snap your neck in 2 seconds for no reason because he can, and you're deciding to let this happen. Literally, he takes the bones. We all walk out of here. They get some more time to live. We don't. He snaps our necks. He takes it away. Then they're for sure dead.
Not if we can get it in there before that happens. They're at least saved.
Vampire Lord.
They're at least saved from him. I don't care if I am.
Cat holds her hands up. Cat holds her hands. Do what you wish. You decide the fates of these people here. We all die and they all die, or we just let them walk away. I guarantee you, us being this way longer to him will only make him more angry. There's no point. But again, you do as you wish. And she bows.
Bows.
Six is gonna.
I gotta run to the door. You're back. We run to the door.
Six is gonna shout, and say, and like kind of in a begrudging tone, Cat's right. If we fight, we're gonna die. We can't fight him now. Oh, God, I'm shaking.
What do you choose, Changeling?
Don't fucking know. I know what I want to choose, but it sounds like the rest of the party won't be happy with me.
Dude, fucking put them bones in there.
Yeah, I'm neutral.
Except for Dane.
I've been just shooting firebolts off. You know my stance. I'm trying to help.
Put the fucking bones in there, bro. Arx, think. He look at all the carnage he's caused tonight. Who's to say he takes these bones? It won't be worse tomorrow.
No. I feel like to stay true as much as what Savannah thinks she wants to do, to stay true to Arx's character. I know what I'm gonna do.
What do you do?
Yeah, so first I'm using my bonus action
Uh-oh.
and moving my duplicate over here. Actually, I'm gonna move my duplicate right here.
Okay.
Rance does not have a happy look on his face.
This is fun. I'm enjoying this. Let's do
I
it.
mean, I love this story-wise, but 6, if this happens, is going to be devastated.
Go on.
Yeah,
Savannah?
it's really hard for Arx to do, because 6 is gonna be pissed, but it's what Arx thinks they need
Is that
to
what you're
do.
gonna be mad about?
Dane
Dane
could
could
fucking
fucking die, and you're
Just
mad that
do
6. Just do it. Fucking
Do
get
it!
the bones and
Arx
put
is
'em in
going
there.
here, and he wants to take the bones and put them in.
Okay. You use your action and you just get down and you grab all the bones on the floor and just sweep them into the pit. And as soon as you hear the bones hit the slab and land on there, you feel this shockwave. Arx, you immediately recognize it as like as holy radiant energy that you yourself control. And this shockwave radiates out. It shakes the pews. Every single person in this church can feel it as it washes over them. This feeling of life, this feeling of goodness, this feeling of hope, this feeling of sanctity. And you hear Strahd scream out, "Ah!" And you see steam just start pouring from his body. And he looks down at you, Arx, through gritted teeth. And he says, "You have made a very unwise choice." But you see his actual flesh start to burn away from his body. And as he looks down at you, his form just starts to fade and coalesce into this cloud of misty fog. But just as he disappears, through his rage and his anger at you, you still see this slight amused smile with a couple fangs poking out of his mouth as his body fades to mist and floats out of the church. And that is where we'll end our session.
So that was a fucking
Oh.
lie. See, he didn't kill me.
I can't
Don't
believe
fucking
you
say
fucking
that.
did it.
I'm
Oh
fucking
my
happy
God.
You did it.
I'm fucking happy you did, Savannah. You did it.
Savannah, that was great. Oh my God.
Good
It
move.
stays so
Good
true to
move.
Arx's character too. Like I couldn't
Fuck authority, right?
not do it.
Wait, what's
Personally, in my head, the way that I just thought that this whole session might play out, with the chase scene, with the battles, the timing of everyone getting there, this decision that you had to make, Strahd trying to take everything back, I put this as maybe a 30% chance of you actually being able to sanctify the church. And you fucking did it.
Oh,
did it!
man.
Woo! We did
I
it.
am
I mean, you all did it.
incredibly impressed.
Cat
Oh.
crack.
Had one thing on their mind, and it was sanctify the church so that it can protect all the townsfolk. That was the entire mission the whole time.
How close was I to like changing your mind? Did anybody's mind change at all?
I was
Savannah.
thrilled with your argument. I was like,
Yeah.
yes, she's so wrong, but I love it.
Savannah, maybe a little bit. If I had a different character, maybe a little bit. Arx, no. It was more of a Savannah, oh gosh, can I really do this thing?
I
Not
didn't
an
want you to
Arcs
die.
making a decision.
I didn't want you all to die, so I was like, dude, fuck it, let him have it. We're gonna be gone here in a little bit.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
sucker him off or whatever, and then we'll go home. Like,
The whole
For
time you're making
6,
your argument.
ah.
The whole
for
time you're making
6.
your argument.
Go ahead, Dan.
No, you're good.
Transition.
Yours sounds more
Alright.
important.
6 didn't see that the bones were scattered. He's too short to see all that behind everything. So he just knew that there was Dane up there in Arcs, and it seemed like Strahd had the bag.
Strahd had
And-
the bag, sort of.
And so this was like a repeat of his life before, and the only thing he can do is tell you to get back. Oh,
Like, here's my thing
Big brain
that Kat
play
probably
right
wasn't thinking about is her child's in this town. Her child is probably dead right now as well.
oh man.
big brain play, guys. If I didn't shoot that bag to the ground, we all be fucked.
Oh, that would
I
have
don't know.
been...
Your
I
whole
would've
argument-
had
That
to-
was incredible. I was so hoping that you would just destroy the bones right there. I was like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Glad you
Oh.
And then
didn't.
you just
Thank
rolled
you.
in such a specific way that I was like, that's the only thing that could happen.
Okay, I love you all. I have to go now.
Yeah, peace to you.
All right.
Say hello. Hello.
Hello.
Okay, bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
I'll see you next Friday. I love you all. Bye.
Next
Later.
You
Friday.
too.
Oh boy. Well, there goes
So
all
is
guys
everybody's
okay?
favorite moment tonight?
Not okay.
I have a favorite moment, and I'm still about
that's
it.
really good.
Fuck, that was wild. I didn't care if like he threatened Dane, but Dane's just trying to like help this town.
Yeah,
But in
like,
reality, he's trying to help the kids. And like, if he dies for y'all to stay alive and be safe, Dane would die happy.
Arcs was willing to sacrifice Dane for the town.
Man, y'all have sacrifice on your mind. It's almost as if like you were influenced by a character who maybe had to make a sacrifice a while ago.
He didn't have to make a sacrifice. He chose to make a sacrifice. So
Yes,
Oh,
that is true.
man. And this is the second
Hey,
time
Kat.
6 has been like, "You're not gonna make it," and
Yeah.
then you made it.
yeah, what the hell? You doubt us in our moments.
Yeah. Thomas, so you said you thought there was like a 30% chance that we'd sanctify
man.
the
So
church.
he's dead, right?
Why?
He's
Like,
totally
why? Did
dead.
you think it was the chase scene, or
There's-
being able to get the bones, or a combination, or?
So it's a combination of things. For one thing, you had to there's just so many obstacles that you had to overcome. You had
Yeah.
to completely like beat the vampires. You had to like keep the bag away from the vampires that were chasing you.
I
You
did
had to
well at
outrun
that.
them. You had to outrun them to the point that they couldn't keep you from that they couldn't just like physically stop you from actually bringing the bones to the altar. And if you overcame those two things, you had to face Strahd and like resist his magical suggestion to hand over the bag yourself, or his physical force of actually taking the bag from you. That's
Did one
4
of
things that you
those.
had to overcome, and you did all of them.
Yeah.
Oh my
Honestly,
God.
Yeah.
Arx was like the real hero of this whole fucking these past 2 sessions.
So
Honestly, like
he's dead, right? We win.
yeah, he turned to
Evolving.
ash,
He's burned
right?
up, right? This is
Turned to
all the
ash.
energy.
Strahd's dead.
Missed.
No,
Ash.
missed.
Specifically,
ash
you
that's in the
said-
air.
You think Dane's smart enough to
Misty
know the
fog.
difference between mist and ash?
I will say, we're gonna
Oh.
be.
Arcs knows he's not dead. There was a creepy smile.
We're
Dane
definitely.
is now a monk. Dane can't leave the church because Dane was the one threatened.
We're definitely
So-
public enemy #1 now. So
Fuck no, we're fucking heroes. We're
Arcs
saints.
was gonna help Dane if he died, and Arcs somehow still survived.
so
Was gonna
this-
at least go through and heal Dane. I had to have a question, or this was gonna be a question until we kind of had to end it. And it is Father Lucian
he's
He's
dead.
fucking dead. He
dead?
snapped his neck. He snapped his neck.
Thomas has been playing this whole game, the whole game tonight. That like as soon as soon
Yeah.
as somebody hits 0
Dead.
HP, they die.
Yeah, he's
I
dead.
know, but I just wanted to check if he was like dead.
He's dead as fuck.
Did you see that red
Damn
X
it.
pop up over his token?
Yeah.
I
look
know.
I look at Strahd's shield, and do I see a priest?
Yeah, no. If an NPC is like dying or bleeding out, I will specify that. If I say they're dead, if I say they go down, or I say they're dead, then they are dead. I will specify
I
if they are.
figured. I just wanted to possibly try and save him.
So
But I
Dane's the
figured
new
it
priest
wasn't
of
gonna
this
happen.
church.
No. Dane's gotta help us.
So
Who was threatened just then? I didn't care, dude. I was like I said, if Dane had to die for like the safety of this town to have like their safe place,
man.
Dane would have died.
I'm
Yeah,
a
I
little.
thought it was gonna be as soon as Arcs like swept up the bones.
He's like,
Strahd was
"Swah!" right through Dane's neck.
Legendary action.
yeah.
Yeah.
I thought about it, but I wanted to bring it to it. I wanted to just like bring it to a nice close.
Mm.
No, dude, you should have fucking done it.
Well, no, because that was as you can see now, because it's over. That was a bluff.
Yeah.
Because he knew that he knew what would happen as soon as you put the bones on the slab.
And that's what Arx was banking on with doing it. Like, he's like, Arx still would have sacrificed Dane for the town. But Arx was banking.
Fine, me too.
Arx was
Dane would have also
banking.
sacrificed Dane for the town.
Arx was banking on once the bones are in there, Strahd can't do anything and has to go or essentially die, and that he would not be able to kill Dane after the fact.
Damn, y'all thought so much more? No, I totally thought like me and Dane, we both thought like those bones go in there, he's gonna slice my head off and then have to leave because of the
He gets one more.
the
He
effect.
gets one more action.
You know what I mean? Like real quick, he's like, Dane dies,
Yeah.
falls in the hole as well with the bones.
Oh man.
No, I wanted to reward you for such a good fucking move.
It was fucking
We put up
beautiful.
so many roadblocks to try and stop you.
I really
Like,
thought
that was just like
Jared's-
that was my one last shot at that threat was one last shot at Strahd stopping Arx from doing what he didn't want them to do. And Cat, thankfully, Jared stepped in as Cat to like try and like continue the conversation and side with him to like fucking try and convince you to do otherwise. The way that last whole decision got stretched out was so fucking chef's kiss. It
What's
was
that gonna do?
unbelievably good.
What's that gonna
fuck
do?
Cat.
No, hold on. Yeah, what's that gonna do to our group dynamic? You had, almost 2-on-2. Savannah and Tumis were, pushing for the bones, and Six or Ranson and Jared were pushing to give him the bones. What's going on now? How are we gonna?
I really,
act towards
I
each other?
really especially loved the fact that Six and Arx were at odds in this decision. That's beautiful.
Because I feel like
It's such delicious drama.
I feel like
Six
Mamma
would
mia.
have I feel like Six would have persuaded Arx more than Cat would have, but it still wasn't enough.
Yeah.
Arx was still gonna do it.
So how are you guys gonna take this decision moving forward? What does this mean for your
I know,
characters?
so like here's the thing, like Dane knows Noom said it just cause like
he was scared.
no, because Noom doesn't want to like we're a family essentially. Like me, Arx, and Noom are a little family.
So he was scared of losing.
He was
you
scared
guys.
of losing Dane. He doesn't want to lose either one of us, and so Dane knows. That's why Noom says that. Same with why he set it up in the windmill. He doesn't want Dane to die. Kat was saying it in a way that to Dane sounded like she was siding with him, and so that's where there's going to be a wedge for Dane.
Yeah. Are you suspicious of Kat now?
Yeah, because this whole time she's been because Dane doesn't know that she told Arx that she was faking it. Like when we were at the Vistani camp, because everybody
true. Dane was
everybody
in that
else
conversation.
knows because they all got a letter from her or some sort of way of saying nobody ever
you
told
can't
Dane.
read.
So Dane doesn't know that she was faking. So this whole
Dane
time,
was also in the middle. Dane was also in the middle of his addiction.
yeah.
So like he
Doing
he
other
just
stuff.
he was very
I
separate
didn't
from the
think
group
about
at that time.
Yeah.
So this whole time, Dane just thinks Kat's with fucking Strahd now, and then tonight really hammers it home like Kat's not an ally. She's trying to sabotage us. And that's all in Dane's head now.
Oh, that was good.
What did you guys think about Strahd? You
dude.
met the BBEG today.
God,
That
he's
was
such a little
a-
bitch. Why is
That
he
was a
still
great
complaining?
intro.
Why is he still complaining about 700 years ago?
It's fucking 700 years. Get over it.
Oh,
Yeah, that was wild. I didn't expect like had he hit me with that one hit he hit
Lucian was? Yeah.
Lucian with, Dane would die. Dane has 25 HP right now.
Oh, I know what we can do. Let's
yeah, I'm
go.
27.
let's go get the That's sad. Let's go get the orphan Lucian, and then he can be the new.
You just put him in Father Lucian's robes and say he didn't die. He's
was
just shrunk.
reincarnated,
He,
yeah.
he, What's everybody's favorite moment, other than like the bone thing?
I have no other favorite moment besides the
bone.
one thing. That's
The
all I got.
very first time you introduced Strahd in the Sky, I think was my favorite.
that was
really
really
good.
That was my
I sent that to a friend. I sent that to a friend. I'd be like, "Is this dope or is this not dope?" And she was like, "This is dope." And I was like, "Shit, yeah."
I
It
wish
reminded
that-
me of like
Yeah, that was great.
I wish there was a little bit more. Whoops.
so.
Fucked up. Whatever.
It reminded me of the Hang on.
We'll add zoom here so y'all can see our faces.
So it reminded me of this, Thomas, from Revelation 6. It said, and it's the and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death. That's what it made me think of.
Absolutely.
Like when you introduced Strahd, and I was like, oh, that's fucking badass.
So if you,
Yeah.
if it's hard to do this because we're not always thinking about the atmosphere and like what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
But if you thought about telling us more that the sky is like gradually darkening, like throughout the night, we're like, yeah, sure. But then it just like gets really, really dark, like unnaturally dark, and then like a little bit later.
That's what I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be like he is fucking here, and there is a difference for it.
Yeah.
It is a sudden thing that like you weren't necessarily expecting, and now you know. But like here's the thing: is like there was that entrance, and then there was still the whole
Chase,
like dynamic thing of like the chase and the fight and trying to get to get to the church before we actually introduced him. So like I did use that sort of thing as a sort of like foreshadowing or a way to tease into what was about to happen. But like the whole like thing of like the atmosphere, your setting suddenly is different because of him. There is a reason I did that.
That's fair.
Mhm.
I like to point out that Strahd took 0 damage that fight.
Yeah.
We threw
That's
a
right.
whole bunch of stuff at him. I think I shot him with like
Try and
3
hurt him at any point. I
3
just
or 4
tried to
firebolts.
be a diversion so that he wouldn't
Yeah.
hurt Dane too much.
I just tried to be a dick so he would focus on me, but
Oh,
Wasn't
dude,
quite
he was,
You
he was
you
all
really
about
did
them
try.
bones.
that was a
How did you like my my fucking like
Tertagon.
That was great.
what's the word?
Tertagon?
Your rebuttal.
Yeah, my rebuttal.
Oh, your rebuttal.
My
Yeah.
my back clap.
yeah. I had a
Clap back. Whatever the slang is.
Yeah.
His clap
The
back.
Z snap.
I was hoping I had like a first initial like what I'm gonna say to him in my head for a while, and I just gambled that insinuating that he killed Tatiana would piss him off and
Oh, yeah.
get it towards me, because Six's main goal is to like break his facade of like
Ed.
cool, calm, or maybe not calm, but just like arrogance, just like,
Right.
pierces that little bit.
His aura of control.
Yeah. Like
Did Noom
Six-
see him lose composure?
Yeah. He would have. He was within sight of him. It was like halfway across the church, but like it was like a dead sight sort of thing.
Yeah,
So
and I love the
fucking
visual
badass.
of like calling
I'm glad that I roleplayed him in such a way that he exuded that air of confidence and control.
Yeah.
Because that's what I was so worried about, is that like I was like, I need to make him the boss. And I've been thinking about it for weeks of how to create this role play. Yes, Tumas.
Dane called him sir the whole time. I think you got it.
What was that about?
Just like
Okay.
panic.
no, because like the way Tom, like I don't know, I felt like I needed to give him like that power that he was holding. You know, like even I did. You know what I mean? Like not as
Hell
Dane,
yeah.
but like as Kobe, he was just like this grin. Like he just like not even looking back, snapped Father Lucian's neck, basically. Just like, yes, sir.
You were
Yeah.
bowing down to him, it seemed.
No, but I was also saying no. I fucking did give him them bones. He had to come and take them from me. I was giving him respect, but not a ton of it.
I was so surprised and sad that you crit on that wisdom saving throw.
Dude.
Arcs,
man.
Savannah, what is Arcs' wisdom save bonus? Do you know off the top of your head?
Plus,
+7.
I have a
Okay,
+2.
that's why I was actually very happy. That's what I thought, but I wasn't sure that it was that high, but I thought it was pretty high, and so I was
My
very
charisma's
happy
+11.
that Dane insisted on taking the bones from Arcs because I knew that Dane had a much lower wisdom saving throw bonus because I was planning to do that immediately, but with Dane being it was much more likely
That you
for
were to
Dane
get him.
to be able to be crushed under his like dominating will, and you just somehow crit.
Crit. It's because he's not my patron. My patron's the one who can crush me with willpower.
and you're rogue dude, right? You're not my master.
Oh, and
What was that about?
my rogue teacher. Those are the only two. Oh god, no! It honestly kind of scared me when you hear like he's behind you. He puts his hand on your shoulder. And he takes the bag. I was like, oh fuck.
Yes, oh my god, I'm very happy. I'm very happy with how this whole. So this is an event in the module called the Feast of Saint Androl's Feast, is what it's called. It is one of the most significant events in the campaign, and I am just. And with that being said, it's so difficult to it's something that you're afraid to do because you know that it's supposed to be such a big event, but you're so worried about fucking up. So I am just so beyond ecstatic that it went this well. Like, you know, obviously it's better for the bad guy if he got his way. And I was definitely playing the bad guy as someone who wanted to get their fucking way. So that was something that I personally was thinking about. And so just like the way that it all played out, the whole chase and fight scene, honestly, with how much it juggled, I think it went well. I think it was smooth, and I think it went like smooth enough, and it was engaging enough to where like it didn't like slow us down or bog us down or anything. And it left us with the perfect amount of time to have that scene in the church.
Oh hell yeah! Like. That's like I like that too. How like Savannah ran through that crowd, so I was like, gotta get her to the church.
That was a great moment. That was such a good. That was such a good move.
It really helped, like, because like in my mind, like as soon as she got to the church, that's when like the big shit, like Strahd was about to come out. Well, because I guarantee, like in the module, he comes out after what, like 4 turns or something like that, 4 rounds.
I don't think you know. I don't think you know how the module is actually written.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I don't want to look at it. I don't want to ruin it.
Because the way that I played it is not to the module.
Okay. See, so like, no, but like I like in my like I know how like you DM, like when you want the BBEG to come out, you want them to fight the little shitty guys for a little while, and then like after a set round, they're gonna come out. You know what I mean?
That's what the whole chase and fight scene was for. Was to weaken you.
Yeah.
I was completely nerfed this whole day. Like I used all my spell slots on Dane.
I didn't ask you to craft.
I didn't have my primary weapon.
Yeah, you didn't have your primary weapon. I think in these past 2 sessions, Dane has only used an actual attack once or twice. All the rest, Dane is a support character. So
this is also just like this happened half an hour after you guys fought the demon in the orphanage.
Yeah. I forgot how badly I was on like 31 health. When all this is going down, so Dane could have very easily gone down there.
It definitely things just really didn't go in my in my NPC's favor. This session for sure. Because like I should have known it for sure whenever you pulled that Fey presence around Arcs like completely nullify that ability check, that skill check that I made. Like I was just at that point, I should have known how the rest of this would go because it all just completely followed that way. But also the shit ass athletics checks to keep pace from the vampires was just awful the whole time.
I have no
complaints. And then Kat actually between Kat and Dane being able to deter the vampires from actually like arriving at the church because like if they hadn't intervened, Kat doing fear on 2 vampires and Dane. Fucking Mask of Many Faces telling that other vampire to flee.
That was good.
Yeah.
That church scene was supposed to have 3
genius.
more vampire spawns in it.
That was beautiful.
Like
Oh,
Straw
man.
didn't need to interfere as much as he did. He could have just stood and waited
Yeah.
with Father Lucian's head in his hand while the vampire spawn just completely tried to like fuck you guys over.
Yeah. Top 3 moments. The bones getting put in the altar, the fucking description of Strahd, like when everybody first sees him, and then tricking the vampire into thinking she needs to go to the
great.
center
Oh
of
my
the town.
God.
Wait, you send that vampire to us? What the fuck?
Yeah.
It was also very funny that you sent the vampire to
didn't even-
Kat and Senna.
I just knew I needed to get her away from the church. That was my bad.
Yeah, you didn't know that they were there.
Yeah.
Also gave me an excuse to use that Dusk
Yeah.
street map.
Yeah. Just thought it was so funny. I was like, I could just get rid of this vampire. Hopefully. And then you're like, use deception with advantage. And I looked at it, and deception, because like, you know, like as like a warlock, you're good at like persuasion and deception and 2 other ones. So I have 3 of them marked
Yeah.
and 1 not. And deception is one of the, I have a +7 to that one. So I was like, fuck yeah. And he gave me advantage. I rolled what, 3 crits today?
Rolled
Something like that.
one,
No one
but it was initiative.
No one got a critical attack.
No attacks, no.
Unfortunately.
I'm happy where I did get my crits though.
But
like,
there were some incredibly clutch crit skill checks
Yeah.
that changed the whole trajectory of this session and this whole event.
yeah, the big one, my whiz save. Fuck.
Oh man.
Also,
I've-
yeah, Brance, did you like my line about the dusk service about to begin?
that was
yes.
fucking badass.
Yes.
Because I gave you 3 opportunities to go to church and hear the sermon that I wrote.
Yeah.
And things just kept getting in the way. And so I was just like, fuck it, you know, Father Lucian's about to die. This is what your fucking service is now. This is
Yeah.
what you get.
That was great.
It's badass.
Oh.
Now you don't get to hear my sermon though.
This has
no.
been my favorite session, I think. Just the way everything played out.
This has been my favorite session too.
How clutch
Yeah.
things were this whole session.
Yeah, this
Because
the
it's
last
not
one
just
and this-
combat. It's combat with plot with
Yeah.
with plot involvement.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, because like you said, it could have gone so very different had
Mm-hmm.
like it could have been instantly over. He could have instantly had the bones. You know, had I filled that whiz save. It
Yeah,
could
if
have
you had just given him the bones.
it would have been so much different if I hadn't
Mhm.
done the fucking the Fey presence. The vampires could have caught up because that one was right beside me, and
Mhm.
Arx was, you know, at that point Arx was close to me actually. Yeah, because like Arx
Arx was
like, right there.
outpacing you. Arx was outpacing you, but you were right behind them.
I was like right behind him at that point, and then the minute I did that, that's when Arx truly just fucking got going. And there was
Yeah.
that vampire
Oh, yeah.
just right behind me. So if I hadn't done that, that vampire could have caught. Because originally I was thinking of just telling Arx to fucking disguise himself, like change his look into like just a commoner to hide in the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
I thought about it,
Yeah, and then I
but
was
it
like,
technically
oh.
takes an action for me to do that,
Uh,
so it would have decreased some of my movement, and
then-
however Thomas wanted to do that, and I decided it wasn't worth it.
Oh, and I fucking love Noom just fucking ripping off patches, bear traps, ball bearings.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
so
ball
great.
bearings.
That was
Yeah.
terrific.
I fucking loved that. The way you had that set up at like the center of the town, yeah, like, on the main street, you know, like when like Senna and Kat got there,
Oh,
there's
yeah.
just that fucking lieutenant like standing there. Like I imagine him just holding like a fucking battle axe, standing there like right in front of the fucking fountain. I thought he was the one who
Mhm.
killed that fucking thing. I thought he just hit it so hard it fucking exploded.
Yeah,
He just
I
went
did too.
poof.
Nope,
He has a
it
fucking
was some-
mini nuke on the end of his battle axe.
Some mysterious captain that is apparently very powerful and can
Fuck yeah.
do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Kat
Man.
says good ducking game today. I'm gonna delete this.
I'm very emotional right now. I don't know how much more I have to say.
It was this session and the last session just combined have been my favorite
Fuck
so
yeah.
far.
I'm
Uh,
so happy we did 2 sessions in order
that-
to get this all done in
whenever,
like one go.
Mhm.
Cat came, I think like the smallest but most impactful moment for 6, like looking at, after that game on Monday, was whenever Cat and 6 just exited at the same time and like looked at each other and was like, where are we gonna go? Because 6 in his head was like,
Mhm.
I want to do both, but I can't. Where do I? It's like I need help, but I won't ask for it. And then Kat is just like, got you. Took off.
That was good. I know what you're talking about. That was really good.
I need to fucking watch.
And I was
session.
honestly very afraid for just like the briefest moment. I was very afraid. We didn't talk too much about last session. I was very, very briefly afraid that literally none of you were gonna go help and save any of the townspeople. I was very much being like, they're dying, go help them. But like for a split second there, it didn't seem like anyone was gonna go help them.
Yeah.
I was like, if it's 5-on-2, there's no way I'm gonna come out of this on top.
Oh man.
But there's gonna be a whole bunch of townspeople dead, so.
Yeah.
Only one by Dane Tans, and I'm gonna consider that a win. Honestly.
Yeah, that was very funny. And
I fucking love
honestly,
that.
and the fact that you crit on your deception, that was one of your fucking crits, is to say, oh, she did it.
Yeah, she did it. I fucking love that part too. And you notice how I didn't use any Eldritch Blasts after that? Didn't want to point it out, it was me.
Oh my god, you're right. I didn't realize that you didn't use
Oh
any
my
Eldritch
God.
Blast after that.
I didn't attack once after that. It was all just trying to trick and fucking get people out of there.
Okay, what do you guys, so like not including like what actually happened in the session, like the mechanics, these specific like little events or whatever, like looking on the macro scale, like the event that just took place, in the scheme of like your time here and the way that things have gotten involved, like what do you guys think about what just happened? What do your characters think about the whole situation with the bone quest, the fact that where you realize where the bones were, not necessarily, may or may not have realized why they were there, but like ultimately what that turned into. Like, what are your thoughts on that?
It was good. I think the consequence of all of this is that we're going to be hunted double time by Strahd, but hopefully have some sort of support from that'll like leak out from Vallaki, because I'm hoping that like the people that witness this will be like bolster their resolve, and then that
national heroes.
Yeah, that'll leak out and be like there'll be like whispers of like the strangers came
like,
into the church. Strangers.
They hurt Strahd and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, yeah,
He can be hurt.
You did make
He
friends
could
with
be
the
injured.
guards.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And I'm
Senna
gonna
has one
fucking
who's trying
blame
to.
that coffin maker so fucking hard.
Yeah,
If
dude,
he's
he's still under the fucking iron door.
Yeah, he's not going anywhere.
He's a little crippled old man.
I wonder why he was working.
He's a coffin maker.
Well, I wonder. Oh yeah, I guess he was trying to get more business.
Yeah. My most positive expectation is that he was charmed by one of the spawns, if they can do that.
But that probably didn't happen.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm
Like
betting he's probably just a sick old fuck who wanted people to die.
Like he was trying real hard to keep us out.
Yeah. Don't worry, we're gonna go talk to the burgermaster of this place, and we're gonna get that guy fucking hung.
The Baron. Yeah, we still haven't met
Oh,
him.
damn, we missed our dinner tonight.
The captain.
We
were supposed to meet him in the square, so I hope that guy's.
You were
okay.
there? Did you see him?
I think we have a valid excuse.
Did we miss Ernst, or did I see Ernst? In the
Yeah,
square?
did the sixth bell ever ring, or are we still good? Do we still have time?
We still have time. Hey,
No,
we're gonna get some food now. There's death all around
No,
us.
Dane is probably honestly scared to leave church at this moment. Dane will probably be sleeping on a pew.
I don't blame you.
That because he like I know Dane had the bones, but he was just it seemed like he was even more focused in on Dane that whole time. Cause like he was like, you do that in there, cause he could have killed Ark. He could have threatened Arks instead. Like when you put those bones in there, I'll kill you. You know, he was like, put those bones in there, I will kill him. Points at Dane. I was like, okay, I'm feeling a little called out right now.
What's your AC, Dane?
13. But no.
I don't think I saw
uh,
him hit below
Everything
14,
I did. Everything
so.
Strahd did, he did for a reason.
Yeah. But he thinks Dane is fun, so I mean.
You might have an in with him.
It might, I could probably like be like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'll go get the bones. I'll be your court jester, my lord, if shit goes south.
Your court jester.
Because that's technically Dane's background is jester.
Oh man, yeah.
I fucking so much love. I had a heart on this whole time.
I'm
Just
gonna,
sitting over,
I
sitting
see
out here.
Strahd for the first time. I come in my pants.
You introduce Strahd like riding a
come by
fucking
fence.
horse in the sky, just right into my table.
I need to
Yeah.
for this episode. I'm probably just gonna honestly hit go live and then like hit play on the recording. I don't know if you can do that, but
Nice. I mean, you can play stuff because like people do like.
Can you not just upload a video?
Not on
oh
Twitch.
yeah, no, I don't think so.
But no, because people will like on because I've watched people do Twitch do Twitch live streams, and they'll just go watch like segments of YouTube videos
Oh, well,
and like play those. So you could totally just play your own video, just have it screen capture the whole thing, sit there
Yeah.
and let it play out. And then I mean, look, this really worked out for you. It's already downloaded and everything. You just post it straight to YouTube.
well, you can upload from Twitch to YouTube. That's what I've been doing, which I need to do more because I literally only.
I was gonna
got,
say I
like, two
thought
over.
you were behind.
Yeah, I have like the first 2 over, and that's it.
I'm gonna rewatch this week's sessions
I am too.
just to have those
Yeah.
feelings again.
Well, also because I was very like the adrenaline was pumping the entire time, and
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
I want to go back and like I want to go because I probably forgot some moments.
Yeah.
The funniest part was 'cause when I tried to copy the vampire's voice, I was like, I just remember Raspy. What are you
Did
doing?
go- I loved it.
I was
Honestly,
like,
I don't think I really like openly like reacted to it, but like I just like I responded to it for sure. Like I just like I accepted. I was just like, yes, good.
What was so there was a guy and a girl zombie, a guy and a girl vampire left. Would they have both responded the same?
The one I turned
mean?
into was the boss. That was the one who was directly behind me.
Yeah. So he turned into Narina, or Narima.
Namira.
If I Namira. If I would have turned
Sorry.
Namira
No
and
mirror.
Namira,
That's right.
Yeah.
Which is the Vampires Champion, the mirrors. No mirror. And then there were 2 other vampires, right? So there was a guy and a girl, and you flipped you rolled a d20 to flip a coin, right? To see which one you got, which personality you got. How would have the other one reacted?
You don't know.
Okay.
got
Alright,
real
I like-
lucky that it was the stupid one who bashed her head into the window earlier.
Yeah.
Dane didn't know, but he could see like a goose egg on her head. And be like, oh, this dumb bitch.
Yeah,
When you-
for whatever reason, despite her like healing properties, she didn't heal the goose egg on her head.
When
That's,
you're
that's how dumb she is.
when you're using a d20 to flip a coin, do you do like
I
the
think
higher
Thomas
numbers or
legitimately
heads,
flipped a
lower
coin.
numbers, or do you do like odd numbers or heads, even numbers, or
1 through 10 is heads. 11 through 20 is tails.
Sorry, crack is a hell of a drug.
Oh man. Oh, Thomas. I want to make one physical change to 6 after this.
Oh, you doing
okay.
it too?
did he pee his pants?
Oh no. 6 is like he had his light up whenever Strahd called him blood slave.
Yeah. Do you like that?
Yeah, that was great. That
Do you
was
have
great.
it? I was wondering if you what you were thinking whenever I asked you about the etymology of Tursky.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna come up, but I thought, yeah, I kind of figured that it would be something Strahd would say, but I didn't know when we'd meet Strahd, so I didn't.
Right.
Yeah.
Fucking today, dude.
But yeah, like 6 had his light shining, trying to run up there, and then as he was running, the light from the energy from the altar expanded out. I want one of his eye, and when he had his light up, both of his eyes turned white. The light or the energy from the altar like washed over him, combined with his light, and it dropped, and one of his eyes remained white.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's cool as hell.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I just want you to know, if Dane had died, I do have a backup character that I do think would be pretty cool. And I told Thomas a little bit about him, and he was like, "Oh hell yeah!"
Well, hopefully
It's
we
been a
don't
while,
have to meet
though.
him.
I don't want you to use that.
I don't
It's a cool
ever wanna
character.
use him.
I don't want you to use it.
I'm in love with Dane. I love Dane probably more than I love Sev, my other character. It's kind because it flips sometimes. Because like sometimes Dane will roll like shit one day, and I'm like, I fucking hate you. Like we'll get off, and I'm so pissed at Dane, like so pissed. I'll just go through his character sheet for like 20 minutes. I'm just looking at it like.
All right, I think we're gonna end the recording here. Any last minute things to say for this episode?
I am just overwhelmed. I don't have anything clever.
Great
I don't
job,
think-
Thomas. Right as high.
I don't
It's
think this session
amazing.
could have gone any better or worse than what it did.
It was perfect. I'm so happy with it.
Yeah.
I am
Yeah.
so happy with the way that this event happened. With the way that this event went on.
Oh, I meant to transition us to Zoom.
One last thing, Savannah. How did it feel to have that decision in your hands?
Oh my god, it was terrifying. I never want that decision to be mine again.
So Arx would have been fine with Dane dying. What about Savannah? How would Savannah have felt if she killed my character?
I would have felt bad about it.
Oh well.
I'm real happy you would have felt bad out of character.
Yeah, I would have felt bad out of character. Arx would have said it was for the good of the town.
Dane
and-
even
For the
told you
captain.
to do it.
Yeah.
Like
Dane even said
For
it.
the captain.
for the captain.
That's another detail that was just so funny.
I mean, I know who the captain is, but who's the captain? Arx
Yeah.
is just gonna always repeat that.
You don't know who the captain is.
We've never met or heard of the captain before until Kat said something.
No,
Oh,
until the
I
guard
guess-
said
Oh.
so. Well,
I
yeah,
thought
yeah.
it was the guard. Yeah.
Yeah, we've met a couple of fucking lieutenants, but we've never met a captain. Fucking oh god. Like I said, we're gonna hang up and I'm gonna go lay in bed with my laptop and just rewatch the past two sessions.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll get this one uploaded. I'll